of that round that's kind of caught out where Jing's just trying to peek an angle, and it's read nicely by EG. So if you're going to W key, I want to see the full force of the W key gaming. I want to see a collective effort. Otherwise, just, you know, play a little bit safe, kind of make sure you're trying to keep track of EG's movements. I mean, one thing EG does have in this compositional difference between these two is the information advantage, you know, with that Sova there. So that gives them the ability to read and work the map a little bit. Yeah, Paper Rex, you know, with that harbor has arguably a better way to kind of cut the map into their own sort of private property. But beyond that, EG can work the map a little bit more, and we're seeing a lot of that. We're seeing them kind of go back and forth, keeping Paper Rex off balance with these rotations, and often Paper Rex guesses wrong because they can't get that information.
I mean, look at this read here on the expected aggression out of B. You have the turret set up to play contact, Ethan just waiting to see if it comes through so he can send that flash. This time looks like it may not be found, but Forsaken still thinking about creeping forward.
And now it's
very well get punished for this.
Look at this mind freeing tucked into Wine here, trying to play off of contact for Jing.
That drone could go deep enough, so Pain Shell sent out this to try to make it cancel, and as Jing continues to swing forward, Jogamo takes him down. Seems like they're very suspicious of this, so the dart's gonna be used, gets the reveal. Now Mind Freak in a bit of a rough position. How do you get him out of here? How do you bail him out? Well, it's gonna be a double face out into main to try to keep him protected, but he's actually standing his ground. Swing onto the corner, Calm gonna be taken out. Mind Freak finding a kill, and that can be a weapon recovered here.
That's a huge win for Paper Rex. If Forsaken can find one with that Sheriff, and he almost does, Paper Rex might be able to turn this round on its head.
Lucio down to 38. The Reckoning now going to be committed in just to try to slow up this advance, allow for the rotations to come in. Flash on the corner. Demon 1 going to be full flash. Stuck now at the switch continuously. He's getting stunned up. The Seekers now chasing forward. Ball gets raised and kind of denies vision away from the Divine, and something now going to get punished. Jogamo finds that kill coming through in mid.
30 seconds left.
Very collected forward. Fragment to try to clear out. Back steps. Jogamo pushing on that angle. The swing in. Divine going to be good for one. Can't get the other. Forsaken finds Jogamo, but now Demon 1 in the sight. Ethan as well.
No utility to work with for Mind Freak. Just this Phantom.
No bites to try to clear it out. It's a bit of a high-low. Oh! It's the first one. He spotted Ethan's head. Looks to stabilize the aim, but Ethan comes away with the kill. 11 HP, the difference. And that must be the lucky number, because that's EG getting to 11 rounds and once again taking a very slight lead here for themselves.
Oh, Mind Freak, so close. And really good round here from Paper Rex. Again, bailing out Mind Freak to at least give him the ability in the early round to have the potential to get this clutch. So it is a thrifty for Paper Rex, but push EG to the limit. And now a so important buy round here is if you lose this one, EG's on 12. You're on map point. Here goes Jing.
Around the rip, goes for it. Bustio again, going to be starting off the round with low HP, but he's still alive. And he's still going to be holding back, lingering, looking to try to catch somebody off that flank. Flash connects there onto the drone. Forsaken somehow putting up his best Locky impersonation. Drops down, finds Demon 1, but the answer back for the side of EG is far too swift. Forsaken and Divine, both now going to be gone. Swing out here on the Heaven. Mind Freak trying to line up Ethan's head, but once again, he can't get it done, and Ethan is online. 3 kills for him in the round so far. Something breaks down the door. Alir, the Devours, 4 bullets in the Vandal. And a smoke to push him off the angle. He rotates up, but now he's going to be suppressed, and certainly he has to wait that one out. He cannot try to take this fight without being able to have the dismiss online.
They're deep. Fake the Heaven push. Is something going to be able to deal with this crossfire?
He's got that one Lear. Faces in.
No way, man.
Together they will come up with the kill, and EG will move up now 12-10.
Oh, GG. Come back, man. Fuck.
And you can see sometimes Paper Rex just sticks around a little bit too long trying to take these fights. I mean, the up and over here from Mind Freak, he's out in the open for so long trying to win this battle against Ethan behind Dice. And that allows more players from EG to come in and help finish the job. And yeah, Alex, certainly reason to be frustrated with how well this started. But 4 in a row now for Evil Geniuses puts them on to map point, and they're looking to break it open onto B.
And look at the ultimate they were able to build up in that last round. Paranoia across, managing to catch on the 3. Forsaken continues to take the challenge, continues to swing the corners, finds one. Hunter's Fury opened up, looking for the tag. Jing narrowly avoiding it. Forsaken flushed out. Swing back in, Jing finding one, but look at Jogamo around the back. Gets taken out of the TP, though, canceled early. And something is able to find that kill, but the rest is going to be coming through. And that's still going to be now a 2v3.
Oh, Mind Freak. He's going to try to contest this.
He's holding back. Something also here, but they're not ready for it. They do not predict this. Mind Freak able to gun down 2, and suddenly we're in a 1-for-1. Ethan, he's been strong so far.
Nice.
The headshot.
What Ethan? Oh.
Ethan with the 3K takes it across the line. A slow start for him, but an explosive finish to get EG their map 1 win.
How does he win that? The util was out. Something around the corner.
Bad luck, man.
And just barely Ethan's able to stabilize it. But really, the highlight of that map for me is Calm. He was just godlike on that map. So many clutches for EG.
He might not have hit 30 kills, but by God, did he still absolutely decimate. An unbelievable performance with him. 28, 12, and 6 at the end. But man, what a map 1. We have a second one coming up at the very least. But first, we're going to go to a quick little break and have the analysts break down the action.
Shit, man. Damn sleepy, man. How many people watching actually? Whoa, 70k. As usual.
When you play an actual ranked game, it's 50 minutes, but how much are you actually shooting? With AimLabs, you can compete in over 1,000 tasks that will prepare you for any scenario in any game. So the new ranked season, you play, you get points, you can compare yourself to your friends. With AimLabs' new 1-to-1 Valorant maps, you get instant feedback on how to get better crosshair placement, better peak efficiency. You can also instantly modify existing tasks
is so
with
lucky.
Discovery. Get started today by downloading the AimLabs for free and join
not even
millions
funny.
of other satisfied players.
Calm is so lucky. Red Bull gives you wings.
Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull gives you wings.
I don't get it. How did they lose? How did they lose?
Show me what you got.
Drink water. Valorant chat. Wow.
Hey, Bren here, joined by Potter right after that. Electric map number 1. Potter, you're going to be feeling good after that. Few short questions. I just want to get your thoughts as well on the timeout that was taken as well. What was being said, what was the turning point really for that first half to make it really competitive?
Oh man, it was a slow start for us. If it wasn't for Corbin's clutches, that first half would have gotten out of hand pretty quick. For us in that timeout, I gave them 3 rounds to do, 3 rounds in a row. They were confidence rounds coming for us. PRX had some good reads though. They had some good reads for us. We had to make quite a few adjustments there.
And yeah, my final question would be, what did Com have for breakfast? That guy was popping off repeatedly. Just dominant performances from top to bottom.
Easy answer, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, okay, well, you're here to hear first. We're going to send it back to the desk. Best of luck with the rest of the series, Potter.
I don't know about you guys, that's quite a heavy meal for the start of the day, but if it works out for my boy, then it might as well work out for me too.
The best thing for EG might be that the finals are on a Saturday.
I guess
So he can have his Chick-fil-A on Saturday morning. If it was a Sunday, he doesn't get it, they may be in trouble.
No dice.
We've gone too deep down the hole.
Yeah, did I?
This is way too deep down the hole.
All right, well, welcome back, everyone, if we haven't made you leave already. Of course, as we look to break this one down, what a match we just witnessed. EG coming from the clutches of defeat. It looked like Paper X Sideshow had their number. For a good chunk of those rounds, was boiling down to heroic clutches. And ultimately, it would be EG continuing to show why they are a damn good Ascent team.
Potter was talking about Com's clutches in the first half, but he was everywhere. He was he was
like
helping
White on Rice.
Yeah,
like a spider monkey.
He was all over Paper X at all times, winning huge rounds, having a live game, I think, and also helping keep the rest of his team in it, who actually weren't having that great performances individually. This is the map where they needed to dominate, and I think they still need to win 2-0. It's looking shaky out there. I think, Com can be very happy with how he performed, but I'll be going in the back room and like, guys, can I get some help as well? Like, are you going to play the game too?
Yeah, I think Com was very good. I will say there was a bit of a glow up for the end. At the end for a couple of players on EG. Remember at halftime, Com was like what, 20-7?
Yeah.
Just closed things out. It was a very close end of the map, but Com had a couple of outrageous performances. But I do think it wasn't just Com at the end of the day. I think a couple of the players around him really stepped. Ethan had outrageous rounds, and we hadn't talked about Ethan very much.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm so glad that you're bringing this up. Because we're going to continue to talk about Com for our Horizon high-speed moment of the match, because guess what? That round 19 clutch needs to be watched again. And yes, Doug, I totally agree with you. Everyone stepped up and really just smart plays across the board. But just the brain,
this one is crazy.
His brain expand in real time as this was happening. And Mimi, what a play, what a read that was.
I know one thing and one thing only about Com, and that he's always flanking. He's never not been flanking. This guy wins so many of these late rounds just by doing that. But he was excellent throughout these clutches. I think for EG, the slow start is real. Because like you're talking about, Ethan had some great rounds towards the end. And I think in particular, it seemed like Bussio's calling was really warming up. They had some nice ideas on that attack side, using really like late round darts to fake out an A exec, go out towards B, selling a lot of those fakes that were super effective against Paper X, I think, to be able to close that map out beyond just the insane individual performance from Com.
Yeah, they're going to need more though.
Yeah.
It's about to go to bind, it's about to go to pearl. It gets more difficult.
Yeah, I will say this though. I think EG showed, I think they displayed excellence in handling a lot of the aggression that Paper X threw their way. Think about Paper X's defense side. I don't think there was a single round where they didn't right off the bat take B main control, right? And they learned how to navigate around that. A lot of times they were corralled towards A, they were corralled back in their spawn, and they were able to navigate through that. So if they can continue to handle that aggression, that Paper Xian fire that we see from them, I think that bodes well.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that what we saw was resiliency from Evil Geniuses really being put to the test by hyper-aggressive Paper X, and it's only going to continue to be like this. Now, of course, let's go ahead, though, and take us over to our aim lab shoot-around for the time being. This time, we're going to be checking in on Demon 1. But as we continue this conversation, and also I think even another interesting point to bring up, because you guys were talking about like Com going to the locker room being like, guys, I just need someone out there to shoot their gun. I think that you're really going to be turning to a guy like Demon 1, who did have some moments, and also a clutch himself against something, which was quite the motivator.
Yeah, but barely any moments. This was his worst map of the entire event at Champions. And that's the question, is that going to keep up? It seems very unlikely. You know, at some point he's just going to revert to his average, and his average is so much higher than you just witnessed there on Ascent. you know, it's still decent that they can win when Demon 1's having his worst map, but that also means he's got to step up when he's going to be playing on Bind and Pearl.
Again, he has been the best statistical player of the event thus far, and if we can even get close to that form for map 2, I think there is a really good chance for EG to look stronger in that one. But what's interesting is that the last comp that EG played on Bind was so weird. Boostio was locking in the chamber. It was another map where they're moving Demon 1 away from his, normal comfort roles. You get Judgment into the race there. So this is another one where I don't know if you can look to Demon 1 to be the carry. It's not going to be his normal star power that you get when he's playing the Jet. But I think there are still players you can see step up there. If Boostio has a map like he did at Tokyo, or if Judgment has one of those race maps he's known for, I think those are the win conditions I'm looking at.
Yeah, of course, map 1 belonging to EG here, but let's actually go ahead and hear what the coach of PaperX, Alex, had to say ahead of map 2.
Hi, Brent here, joined by Alex as well after that. Map number 1 as well. Very close affair. It could have gone either way. Short and sweet. What adjustments are you going to be making for the rest of the series here to come back into it?
I think we're a little bit nervous coming into game 1. We let them come back into it. I think we had control of the game and the comp clutch killed us. So we're going to try and keep it calm, keep it happier, and try and just be less tense.
Keep the nerves in check as well. All right, well, best of luck, Alex. Moving forward to the series as well. Back to you guys.
Keeping the nerves in check is what the mission is here for PaperX. Quite shocking considering that pistol, they just flew at them. Ran out of the start with a lot of confidence, Mimi. So it does feel like PaperX does have that confidence, but when that cage gets rattled, it gets rattled quite aggressively.
It can, but if there was a team to be able to rally back, I think it would be PaperX. They were really the first team to make a reverse sweep happen, to win their international league all the way back in Pacific. Like we've been talking about a lot, sometimes something just needs that moment to warm up, for everyone to get used to the stage together. PaperX is good in these moments.
I'm looking forward to the race head-to-head. I really am. I feel like, Giacomo has talked up the fact that he respects Jing. They both have insane movement. They're going to be the tip of the spears for both of these teams. Admittedly, we're expecting something to also on the Reina.
Yeah, and you know what, though? I would actually tip my hat a little bit more to Jing, because I feel like Jing was having one hell of a game, and if he keeps on firing like that, Josh, I really can't see how EG try and stop him, especially if he's going so freely on Bind.
He actually performed better on the defensive half as well, and his utility was really important for them controlling, like B-Man, as you were talking about earlier, Doug. They're going to be starting on attack side here on Bind, and that was where Jing was just kind of sending himself in so that something, the defenders are distracted and something entries. So that's the combo that you should look towards. Those two players on their attack side are going to be looking to tear holes in EG's defense.
Yeah, it's almost like when we had the chamber meta where the dive player is more focused on just creating space to enable that second player in to thrive. And I think this is a very good map for something. We already saw him looking quite good on the Reina in the first map, especially in those first few rounds, that first half. And I think this is another comp that is really built around enabling him, especially since PaperX, again, has so many creative options here. You'll see really strange pathing with the harbor walls coming in, Jing going like backside on their A execs instead of just taking normal space. It's a very disruptive style to play against.
And that's what concerns me a little bit, because in the first half on Ascent, when you saw PaperX attacking, Forsaken was getting huge value out of putting his cove down in the chokes to let them into sight. And it took EG a long time to adapt to that, and frankly they were saved by Com having a life game. If someone doesn't step up to a really huge degree for PaperX, for EG, then it might take them still a while to adjust to what PaperX are doing and using the harbor utility in that kind of way. Yes, they've just played against a very similar comp, but when it's a new map, it's new ideas. And with PaperX, you do all the VOD review you like, they'll be coming out with new things creatively on the fly.
And here's your Prime Gaming Agent select, and once again, we're going to see that Reina raise. You're going to get the Harbor in action as well, and Demon 1 is actually swapping over to the Chamber. We saw Boostio take that role last time.
I love that change. I think Demon 1 was on fire when he played Chamber on this map previously.
As long as it's not so bad, motherfucker.
Get him out there.
I also think it's really important for that to be where you have the chamber, because again, he had a slower game. He had a slower game in map 1, so get him a little bit loose, get him comfortable, set him up for success, and really let him go.
People haven't really watched this guy on Chamber, but back when he played Tier 2, when he was an unknown name, this was his star agent. He was taking names in smaller tournaments here. Yeah, he's super comfortable on Chamber, so I think that's a great change. But on the other side, Josh, you're already talking about some of the things that can make this PaperX comp so good. I think one of them is with this dive of Jing and the double flash combos you can get with the Reina Sky. It can be pretty difficult to play Chamber against that. I expect PaperX to prioritize shutting down those TPs.
And now that you have Demon 1 on Chamber too, you can actually leave him alone to to guard one of the sites with his trademark rendezvous setups, and you can start stacking the other side on defense, which is really good against a PaperX team that doesn't default very much.
Well, let's find out if this rematch goes the distance and if PaperX can walk away with the win here on Bind. Let's go ahead, for the time being, send it over to your casters, Achilleos and Paperthin.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's now time to go into map number 2 to see whether or not PaperX can do what we saw from the set of EG. Get a win on their map pick. It was hard fought, but slipped through their fingers at the very end there. PaperX need to be able to rally back. And one of the things that we've heard, from Coach Minnie as you were interviewing him actually just a couple days ago, is that when you do have those losses and it's so close to the very end, that can be way harder to recover from compared to when you just get blown out of the water.
Yeah, exactly. The good news, I would say, if you're a PaperX fan, is historically we've seen them bounce back quite nicely after any kind of loss. It doesn't seem to affect them too much mentally. Of course, they had the first ever reverse sweep in VCT Pacific, in VCT history, period.
They did. Well, looks like pace again going to be set here very quickly from the side of PaperX as they storm their way over onto the A site. Teleporters around the back here. Do start coming through as Demon 1 looks to hold the line. It's going to be good for one. Something going to be taken down, but Jing with that frenzy will answer back. Site now going to be occupied. For a plant in the back here, it would seem. Swing around actually into the front. Forsaken. Get this spike over more towards default. This Mind Freak tries to hold the line on backside. Can't make it happen here. Ends up getting taken out. It's just a bloodbath here. Suddenly we're into a 2v2. Forsaken still tagged up. It's creeping through the smokes, getting decayed down. And now it's all in the body.
Oh, this is bad. This is so bad.
Such a fast rotation.
Got one flash to try to play with here. Shots continue to come his way. Spike scooped up.
He's gonna go through spawn.
Looks like he's going to.
Thanks for the Viper.
He's just going to try to exit. He does have time to play with, but they also have a teleporter on their side, so they can very quickly get their way over to the B site.
This was just a brilliant rotation here from EG. Quick into the teleporter. This is the same kind of pistol setup, except the map sides are swapped. They leave the chamber on one side, the other 4 players on the other, so they can pivot around that chamber if need be. Otherwise, they give you a really ferocious defense. Let's see if Devi can put up a strong defense of his own here in this post plant.
They're looking to play right into him. 92 health. Joggamo. Frenzy at range. First one to face. Gets some damage across. The double face comes in.
Okay, not 2v1.
Get the kills. And that's going to be the pistol round going the way of EG. Second pistol win for them as they start things off 1-0.
Yeah, again, just a brilliant setup on these pistols from EG on Bind. Going back to what we saw against Foot on their defender's side. They won that pistol, and then they strung 6 rounds together on Bind last time they played it. So absolutely, see if PaperX can stop the momentum.
Just a pixel spot there.
Just enough. Just enough. And you can see the sprays are getting a little bit off for PaperX. You can, Coach Alex just talked about it in that interview, that there's some nerves that are starting to play into PaperX. And even though they are the team, yes, that had that reverse sweep in a best-of-5 against DRX in the VCT Pacific Finals, still, though, this is an even bigger stage. There's so much pressure on them to get this win, to the last representative of Pacific left here in this event. Certainly, everyone over on the other side of the Pacific Ocean is rooting for them.
Some sprays down short. This is just going to be a full set coming through. Jing going to be taken out first and foremost. Good damage across. Now onto something. Can they find any value whatsoever? It seems like the answer is going to be no. And there you go. It's confirmed. Joggamo with 3 of Prime Gaming Flawless here in this anti-eco round. EG showed up huge. Joggamo now already 5-0-1 on the start. 2 orbs away from having that showstopper online.
Look what they're doing. They're 5-stacking B. It's like they've kind of tried to download the way that PaperX maneuvers round to round, how they change sides round to round. Okay, finally now. Okay, they're going to send Calm back to the other side. I think realizing that maybe that might not be the ideal play. But PaperX is just going to spread the map a little bit here. Just Forsaken on his own towards short. 2 showers, 2 hookah, and a push out.
Rush.
Yeah.
Footsteps going to be noted. Something for the spot 1 has that Dismiss can take it. Yeah, he needs to. Down to 10 HP, but now the healing is going to be gone as Devi falls to Boostio. So he needs to rely on another kill or an assist to be able to try to get any kind of health back.
They've got to clear the smoke.
Calm just lurking forward.
You know that Judge is around.
Do they sense this? Sky Smoke comes down, he pushes up into this one, Forsaken just on the edge. Pushes in, finds the headshot, flushes him out. Major play here for Forsaken. Anyone else goes down, continues to lurk in that position. That could be the round gone. Something now going to try to get all the way around through that defender spawn. catch them by surprise. Jing up close, just on the opposite side of the wall. Managing to find one, continues to spray in, will be able to find the second. Boostio gone, now it's all on Demon 1. Mind Freak getting a bit of a read here, swing under the corner, and he can't quite get his head lined up. Mind Freak survives with 10 HP. His Paper X will get themselves on the board.
Yeah, and I like what EG's showing here. Showing some pressure, showing some things that Paper X has to respect going forward. Something that's going to be in their mind. Forsaken just barely getting the better of Calm here. I mean, if Calm had been turned another 10 degrees to his left, he might have been able to take Forsaken down, and this could be a completely different round. But again, sometimes Paper X just kind of, as brilliant as they are on the fly, as brilliant as they are kind of developing their own unique strategies and methods, they do kind of lose track of possibilities, of situations. You know, I think back to the first Hunter's Fury from Calm on the previous map. Here, they're maybe not quite reading that judge play after they got, you know, smoked by it a couple times the round before. But Jing going to be grabbing that orb. Again, name of the game for Paper X oftentimes, get Jing ult.
Dog out, gets a good amount of information spotting too, and something unable to find the punish. Ethan will scurry away. Meantime, 3 players now inching their way forward, getting ready to attack here onto short.
Oh, look at this high-low.
Oh, yep. Shoulder spotted. Lear's going to come through. That does not catch on Ethan. They will be able to gun him down. Nice pick. That's just a solo player. 3 players here in response from the side of EG, ready to go on this A site. As rotations begin from the side of Demon 1 as well as Ethan. So Ethan's going to linger just to see if there's any additional pressure, but Jing into the back, ends up getting gunned down. His Calm will be able to find a second as well. Forsaken gone. The nade forward, Devi has to exit, gets himself out of lamps, avoiding the damage. Showstopper at the ready, should he feel that
oh
he
my
needs
god,
it.
you're just winning, man.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Such a poor position. Challenge into the corner, Jogamo wins it out. Now on for the flawless, and they will find it. Yet another one tucked under their belts, EG moving up 3-1.
And some concerning things in that round for Paper X. Some great holds here from EG. That high-low setup there with Demon 1 is sort of pseudo-bait for Ethan to use the pop flash around the corner. I mean, you got to be careful with these Reynas. Playing on your own, it's so feast or famine. And I'd like to see something work with, you know, especially Forsaken and some of the other players to kind of get some of that momentum, get that blood underneath him, get his confidence going, because his aim already looks a little shaky to me. A lot of times he might at least ding up Ethan there on Ethan's jiggle peak. Instead, he just whips completely, and it's a delayed reaction as well. So, still though, going to be Spike on the other side. They're going to try to clear some space, make sure the Octagon here is empty of that brilliant util specialist defense. He has to back up. Trademark cleared. And now a lot of space being gained here by Paper X. Something that killed them sometimes on their defender side. On Ascent, giving up space, and oh my god, Demon
Push up the challenge, it gets a little bit of damage across, but it doesn't matter, nothing that Ethan can't fix. Will come in, he'll get pushed back up to 100. It's just a quick little spot. Divine out grabbing the gun. Still 4 members now pushing out of Hookah. Wall coming up. It's going to cut off Demon 1, but he still continues to play it forward. Ethan falling. Looks for the timing. Swing, but Forsaken turns back to actually get that covering fire through. Only out fight as well going to be used. Calm just trying to spray out through Labs. Forsaken swings under the corner.
Oh my god, nice.
Gets himself a 3rd kill in the round. Now it's just Boostio left standing. They find anything to take this round to at least make it a little bit more costly for the side of Paper X, given that they have not been able to build up too much cash. Any eliminations found would still be very strong here for the side of EG. Pushing up, looking for the time.
Oh no!
Goes for the jump, but just can't quite reset. Devi helps bail out something in case he wasn't able to find it himself. And that's going to be Paper X now bringing it back to within 1.
Yeah, I like the entry here for the side of Paper X. Again, clearing that space, make sure they've got Hookah and Octagon to work with this time. Forsaken just getting in there, using that cove to cut off that elbow angle, or if somebody's close to the B main door. Really smart. Hopefully we don't see any of those coves that are a little bit questionable for
questionable lineups, landing on top of Covey rather than in front of it.
Yeah, it was totally on purpose.
Yeah.
3 times in a row.
Early Molly just to try to stop any aggression, but as we can see, everybody's playing very far back on the side of Paper X. Rotations now beginning. The back of that Trailblazer call here from Demon 1.
They're rotating heavily off the back of that Trailblazer, kind of expecting some sort of basic pushes here. A lot of teams use those Trailblazers as kind of their lead into entries to kind of get their info, especially with this comp. That Paper Rex has, and yeah, they're gonna dial it right up.
I've got your
Oh my god, that page shells.
Okay, there's the Cove. Actually has the setup this time. Something to go dropping down. Orbital strike up over the top. Juggernaut with the rocket, managing to find one, but then Jing takes him down with a showstopper of his own. Ethan gonna be stunned up here on the backside. The reckoning comes across. Busio pushing out from the backside, managing to find Forsaken. Jing taken out. Answering Orbital now from Busio. Turns to the side, Divide, finding the kill. Trailblazer cleared out.
3-2.
Orbital shuts it down. Narrow margins here. Demon 1 cannot get the op shot through. A 2v2 as Ethan creeps his way forward into the smoke.
Nice.
Tips back, finds Mind Freak. And now Divide, all on his lonesome. Ethan calm on the opposite side, the spike still in his hand. And just take the teleporter. It looks like that's exactly what he's going to do.
The timing on that flash, it just doesn't quite catch Ethan. He just steps back and up. Unbelievable.
Flash into backside, doesn't get the confirmation, but footsteps should have been heard. He gets the timing swing, calm. Trying to get up on top of him, but now time is running low. 11 seconds, the tap, swing out, Divide cannot get it. Ethan, with 3 here in the round, will stop Paper Rex from tying it up.
The way that EG plays these 1vx's is so good. Yeah, they give away the first.
Dava is the reason why
the
they
noise
lose.
is cut, and Divide has no idea how to do this. This flash, how in the world does this not catch him?
Either way, plays around it. Just gorgeously gets the read, gets the kills, and now it's going to be a timeout here. The brakes pump and a sigh of relief, yeah, as Paper Rex looking to try to right the ship.
I don't know if it caught the corner of that building. Either way, that's a huge moment that round that swings it over, and Paper Rex have to think about this because their money's a little bit shaky. A couple rifles are going to be able to be bought, but the money's a little bit slim for Forsaken. And so far, Paper Rex has struggled to find much success off the back of this explosive sort of hit system, but this time it's just read by EG. I mean, the Trailblazer early, even though they kind of pump the brakes and wait a little bit, completely gives it away here for Paper Rex, that this is the site that they're planning on using. Because that Trailblazer is used to, okay, is there anybody playing front sight, elbow? No, okay. So then we can use our util for backside. Like you can see there, they have the Reckoning. There's a lot of other utility that's sent behind the tube to try to clear that because they think that, you know, there's only going to be maybe a couple there potentially. They might be able to catch them sleeping a little bit. But it does not fool EG in the slightest. So they're really well versed on the tendencies of Paper Rex coming into this. And let's see what Paper Rex is going to do to change things up. I'd like to see a little bit that Trailblazer used for misdirection. We saw some fake hits the last time we saw one bind. Oh boy.
Spotting each other, spam across in case he's TPing up onto the high ground. Spotted Busio as well. This is going to be a double stack. That Molly still held here from Busio. Was looking to maybe use it for an early challenge. Or an early cutoff of Demon 1. Just steps up, managing to find both.
GG.
Something and Mind Freak both now falling. A hell of a lot of their smokes taken away from him. A hell of a lot of that firepower now taken away. First on the rotate here is Jogamo. Nade at the ready to try to interrupt this plan. He's also got a blast pack.
He can blast back over.
He can absolutely do some damage with that one. Paint shell's landing at the feet, but now gets cut down. Jing swinging around through lamps, finding him.
He's flanking.
Oh, this room is called lamps. A lot of lamps on top.
Forsaken down. You know, U-Haul there. Going to be pinched. Very, very difficult. Plant. Still, look at, EG is in Paper X's head with these plants. You know, it's so difficult for them to get them comfortably. Demon 1, so clean.
He's continuing to push up, finds himself a third in the round. Divide, perhaps the next victim, but no. Catches a shoulder, takes him down. Now into a 2v2. Guiding light through. Cobb not getting spotted with Forsaken, catching Ethan up and having the bullets. With the barrel now spotted. Cobb with the frenzy! Comes up with the goods yet again!
Oh my god, Com.
What weapon, what util you put in this guy's hands.
Com is cheating, man.
Continues to win out to get these Red Bull clutches for his squad. EG now up 5-2.
And he's constantly coming from angles that Paper Rex isn't expecting, that they're not thinking of, and that's what's losing them so many of these rounds. He's just so patient here. They don't expect two. They clear Demon 1, they think surely we've dealt with the flanker. But Com is always flanking. He is just on a permanent flank. And he's just, he knows it too. He is clutching time and time again. He wanted the most spectacular individual performances in terms of clutches I have seen in quite some time here from Com.
Guiding light out. Confirmation there from Ethan. This Demon 1 holding forward. Lear comes in, tucks away behind the box for just a little brief moment. Spots him. Guns down something that's a slow field now out, and he wants to re-aggress up into Hookah. He's looking for the target. Sees the corner divide. Gets himself a second. Jogamo TPing forward. The challenge coming in. Forsaken will get the kill, but the boom bot secures it. It's Demon 1 on a tear here. The Torn Force delivering. So now it's just Jing left standing in an impossible scenario. Spotted. The day's in. Some damage dealt.
Nice judgment.
Demon 1 creeping around the back, looking for that 4K. And I don't think he's going to be denied. It seems like Jing has no idea that they are encroaching on his position right now. They certainly are not.
Oh,
it's going to be
my God.
Com getting the final kill here of the round.
It's so bad.
Still very clean from the side of Evil Geniuses, who are now up by 4. The pressure certainly mounting on Paper Rex.
And this off angle to start is huge, and then getting ahead of the cascade is something. And he gets taken out, Divide, and it's just great positioning here from Demon 1, period, end of story, and he's able to stay ahead of those smokes. Like, kind of one of the things that can give Chambers a problem on Bind is the heavy amount. You know, most teams are running at least some kind of double controller, so it can give you some difficulty in finding some value out of those 2-4s if the smokes are placed properly, but he gets ahead of them. And yeah, it is a thrifty round there for Paper Rex, but still, still got it. Nice
Demon
pick.
1, I'm trying to go on an unexpected swing, and to his credit, yeah, who's going to expect you swinging out off of or on top of your own team's Molly? His red is watched, and Mind Freak comes away with that kill for an early punish.
I think they saw Boostio doing that some other time. Sometimes he'll just kind of try to push through short there. EG had that in their databanks, stored up and ready. Seekers, Boostio out in the open.
Oh my
Out
God.
in the open, too far back.
You let people
Break that
know
line of sight
you're
there with the truck, and now Jing
shit.
deep into enemy territory, looking to try to get a catch here. Ethan swinging around, spots him. Has to maybe back away, gets the headshot.
Nice.
He'll try to make his exit. Jogamo now, those clears
PRX
him
needed
out.
this, man.
It's a shutdown, boom bot, looking to just blast pack that one forward as Ethan gets the buy. Now it's all on Com. We've seen him round off these 1v2s, but a 1v3, certainly he cannot. Would have to start with Mind Freak. That Molly's still in the back pocket. Hasn't sent it yet. Seems like Com. Just going to look to play this out patiently, try to take some additional weapons away from Paper Rex.
I mean, Mind Freak, kind of expecting this.
Oh! 2 quick kills, but so much time has gone by.
The fuck,
He can't try to play for the round win. TP out, Forsaken. They're looking for the catch. Footsteps should be heard on either side. As the swing gets ready to come in, and it's going to be Com. Still comes up with 3. He still takes the guns away from them.
I mean, sure, as Paper Rex, you get around on the board, and hopefully they can kind of keep that in their minds, keep their mental steady, but the end of that round is a disaster. I mean, dropping all those guns, now they're on the precipice of being broken economically. They can only get 4 rifles and a Bulldog here. They can't even, in fact, they're going to go for 2 Bulldogs. They can't get fully into this. Yeah, Jing's 1 away from the Showstopper here, 1 away from the Seekers for Mind Freak. Com's 1 away from the Viper Spit, 1 away from the Showstopper as well for Jogamo. And that's a painful round for Paper Rex.
Absolutely. Heavy stack now outside of B. Double push up here in towards Hookah. Mind Freak left lingering. Watching over towards Shower to see if anyone goes on a little bit of an extended excursion. As Trailblazer will spot him out. Forsaken jiggling on the corner. Comes away unpunished.
And this opens up space here for Demon 1 to potentially make a quick flank maneuver if this is going to be a short A hit from the side of Paper Rex. The trademark is there as well to kind of give him a little bit of extra timing. Forsaken trying to sell.
Trying to go for this fake, but Jogamo gets up in front of it, and now he knows that there's no reinforcements here on the back end of this. He's swinging all the way around. TP back across. Ping's coming down. Jogamo spotted. Divide finds that kill. A huge one here, but still 2 members present on the site as Ethan tucked away into the cubby. Something does not check for it. The swing down. Jing manages to clear him out. A 3v3. The spike can be planted. No ults to try and dissuade this one here. Comp nearly with a hit online with the counter spray through the smoke. Jing comes away with a kill. Lucio gonna be down. Even one Calm now in a 2v3.
The same position I like to hide.
He's gonna play point.
Jing.
They know he's there.
Here. They don't have the fight to try to flush him out. They're still looking for it. Challenge swing comes in. Demon 1
Oh,
now.
no.
Brings it back into a 1v1 divide.
Nice.
Narrowly gets the win. Can upgrade his Bulldog, but again, it's just so much damage dealt here to the side of Paper Rex, who are just trying desperately to hold on to whatever cash they can get.
No doubt. I mean, even though Paper Rex is getting wins, EG is making them fight tooth and nail for it. Top to bottom here. I mean, a decent entry. Mind Freak able to get into that cubby, but that trade there for Jing, and it puts Devi in a really difficult position. As great as Devi has been all year with these clutches, with these key moments for Paper Rex, right now, I don't want to give, if I'm Paper Rex, EG any opportunities to clutch, because they are feeling it. They are feeling that confidence to win all of those clutches. Even if it's not Calm, I don't care who it is. You do not want to allow them the opportunities to win those, because it feels like right now that they're winning the majority of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's another incredible scoreline here from Calm. He's one round away from getting to that halfway point. 12-4-2 for him. This Potter wants to pump the brakes, wants to ensure that they're at least able to get themselves up to that 7, if not that 8-4. Close out these last 2 rounds strongly. They have some good tools to try to make that happen. Strong tools on the opposite side as well for Paper Rex. 3 ults online for them, but that hit on the defending side, and Calm, given how he's been playing, that could make for a very rough round for Paper Rex.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious to see how Paper Rex wants to approach this. If they're just going to try for a quick hit off the rip, try for the double satchel into the showstopper. But you do have a lot of ability to sort of clear that pit potentially. You have the orbital strike, you have the showstopper to really make Calm's life miserable if he pops that hit, and they want to try to pressure it. But I see a lot of them stacked up towards short A, something on his own to try to contain B long. Flashed to check him, and now he's going to go back. And there comes that Trailblazer again, and immediately the rotations are out from EG.
All right, Dog is spotted. The rush forward, Jing, showstopper around the back instantly, takes out Bustio, Demon 1 swinging forward, trying to catch him off guard once again, but Devi does come away with a kill.
Nice.
Judge in hand, Jing gets rid of Jogamo. Oh, going by across, still tries to challenge forward, and doesn't even get any damage in. Calm with a stinger, will find it, and now he can go ahead and recover that Judge for his own purposes.
It's a bit ambitious there, Jing. Well, I think it should be done and dusted for Paper Rex at this point. Ethan with a ghost is and a stinger. Gonna see if he can make anything out of it.
I mean, that's the perfect weapon for Calm. He says, all right, I'll just use that in the next round when I drop the pit.
Yep.
Ethan, let's see if he can do anything at all. Devi knows that he's going to be holding on that right side. Flash across, the 1 tap. As Calm actually playing around the back, and something's not going to be ready for this. A Vandal in hand, a kill on Devi, another triple kill for Calm, just continuing to put up numbers. This time Forsaken will be able to get out with his life intact. Mind Freak as well, holding way back. He wanted nothing to do with this. Paper Rex will be able to lock in 5.
Right there. I mean, Calm is ego challenging some of the best duelists we have in Pacific and making him look silly. He's absolutely incredible right now. Just devastating, the way that he's reading the map, the way that he is engaged with his aim. Pinpoint accurate. Now coming into this, Paper Rex, a chance to make this an even half, a 6-6. Still those Seekers, still that orbital strike online to help potentially deal with that Viper's Pit, but Jogamo's got the showstopper. And it is going to be the Shower's Pit, covering most of the site here for Calm. But it's a hookah push, Demon 1.
Something 1 kill.
Vandal.
This is heavy reliance on Demon 1, as well as Ethan to try to hold this line, and hold the line they shall! Demon 1 shuts down both entries. Orbital strike now, trying to force him out into an off angle, but he just manages to spot the gun barrel and takes up Forsaken for a 3rd. Devi and Mind Freak sent packing, and their options, the few that they have, are absolutely tragic.
But the timing's all off here for Paper Rex. First of all, you got 2 people peeking ahead of their smokes, maybe trying to see if they can catch Demon 1 off guard, but they're not expecting that angle. And then the delayed orbital strike, it gives Demon 1 too much time to rotate.
A 2v5 to try to tie this up at 6-6. Otherwise, EG going to be out in front.
5 versus 2. Sure,
Even if they can get the spike down, even if they can get rid of these two players, which right now it feels like they can't, as Busio will just shut down Divide. That showstopper would still be available, but no. Busio will find himself a second. It's yet another Prime Gaming flawless here, as EG will end the half up 7-5.
Just, it's the calm show today. I mean, he's just on another planet.
Not yet, not yet.
Cracked out of his mind. Demon
Still getting comeback.
Here. He had, again, the desk mentioned it. He had one of his worst performances ever on Ascent in his entire history in VCT. He has picked it right back up here on Chamber Unbind.
Absolutely has, and it's been a complete absence from the side of something. 1-10-5 at the moment. Needs to be able to step up as they get ready to go on the defending side if they want a chance to close this one out. We'll go ahead and bells back over to the desk to break down that first half.
Couldn't agree more with Paper Thin. It really has felt like the calm show, even going into map 2. He's continuing his incredible run from map 1, and it feels like very little can stop this young man. He is destroying on the server.
The kicker is, you know how much we've been talking about how they like having fun. Calm popping off and go, guys, I can't stop clutching. Like, I just can't stop clutching, and that 1v2 was gold.
I also think, though, that this raid show has still been a delight to watch.
Yeah.
You have Jing's movement, Chogamo's nuts plays happening all over the place, and then the pieces of whether or not something's having a big map or Com's having a big map kind of inserted around the side. I've been looking forward to this race head-to-head, and it's delivered.
It absolutely has. I think Jing has honestly done a really good job of just creating space for the team, trying to give something opportunities to thrive, even if he has been struggling a lot this map. But on the other hand, I've been really impressed with Dodgebone. He always does a great job of putting pressure on these plants, throwing out his nade, throwing out these satchels to buy time for these EG flanks that were so effective at punishing Paper X's style on this map.
Yeah, I think the flanks and the gameplay ideas in general for EG have been fantastic. I'm so happy to be able to get to watch Jing play, because also he's been talking recently, and Coach Alex has confirmed that he's not going to be with us for the 2024 season, which is a massive blow. But this guy is super young, but he has to go into military service. You can see Alex talking about it here in an interview with Roundup Gamers. But to have Jing in this position also means that this tournament is going to be everything for them. This is his chance to actually pick up a trophy.
He's part of that core that has defined Paper X for so long. When
Why am I
in Copenhagen, when they've won in Pacific, he's always been there with this squad. So getting a win here, getting into the finals is going to be so important in Jing's last hurrah.
Well, let's go ahead and send it right back over to the casters.
Thank you very much, guys. As yes, pressure mounting here. Paper X find themselves now at a disadvantage going into this second half of their match of Bind. They need to be able to run this back, take it all the way to Pearl if they want to be moving forward into that grand final. But right now, given the pace, given the performance that we've been seeing from Demon One, stepping up compared to that first map from Com, who's been so consistent, it feels like EG might just be poised to take them out.
Absolutely. I mean, with the way that EG is playing right now, Mind Freak playing with fire.
Demon One comes away with 2 quick taps. The spray on the corpse. He is here to shut this down. A 3rd kill now. He continues his reign of terror. Demon One hath arrived.
The F.
And crowd wants the ace already. 2 more to go. Paper X, see if they can get something online here. Devi as well, right behind him. But like you mentioned, Achilleos, 1-10 for something. So really struggling so far.
Full flash into the corner, something. Still trying to creep forward, but it's going to be Jogamo taking it away, so no chance at that ace. Devi able to find the punish, but it's going to be as good as it could possibly get as well. As Demon One will move up 4 kills in that round to try to fast track a tour de force, and Evil Geniuses will close out another pistol round win.
Pistols now. Fine. Paper X gonna have to dial up something crazy. We're gonna go for a force buy is my question. Probably not, it looks like. Not quite enough money, not enough damage done to really justify it. Now you've got a Vandal already in Demon One hand. Full armor to back it up. Guardian for Boostio. Tons of firepower here as they look to put some pressure on Hookah, but look at this. It's a stack. 4 players waiting right there.
It's everyone. It's all 5.
Oh, it's all 5.
All 5 players from Paper X sat here in Hookah, waiting to see if that push-up's going to come through. But you can see EG, they say, we know how you like to play when you're in these positions. You like to stay grouped up. You like to try to catch us by surprise. And oftentimes go for some form of rush play. This time, they're not having it. But EG, do they get a sense of this? You can see they don't really want to peek out over here towards Hookah. So PaperX, they start to go on the hunt. Holding here on the corner. Ethan gonna be good for one. Boostio is recovering fire. The Guardian comes away with another one. Comm swings in, finds two, cannot get three. It's all on Divine. It's the clear out. The Boombot that is tracked in to get the kill.
Boombot kill. Yeah.
Honestly, I think more kills than we might have expected for PaperX to walk away with, but it's still Evil Geniuses now moving up 9-5.
And the Roomba getting in on it today. He's gotten a couple kills as well. It just a really good hold here from EG. I mean, a lot of their early rounds have been spreading the map on their attacker side, kind of just looking to see, you know, what their opponents are going to do. They did this against Foot, especially early on their attacker side, where they really spread the map, sold some fakes, and then went to the other side of the map. So they're really cagey, they're really coy on their attacker side, making it very, very difficult. Looks like they might go for a fast hit. The blast packs are in. U-Haul going to be under control of Jogamo with this judge.
Something holding up on top of Drug, able to find one. Jogamo able to just go ahead and shut him down, however. Looks for Jing, the paint shell going to be sent through, and it forces him back into the front once again. But Sakin will strike him down. Wave set up, top, low, spike planted, but Boostio taken down as soon as that spike gets on the floor. Demon 1, he's been living up to the name thus far. How demonic can he get here in this round to try to drag it back to get that bonus conversion? They're just holding it. Never mind. They'll just stick to the fuse.
Yeah, you know.
And in the end, Comm will have to go down. That'll be the cleanup. Here's Mind Freak, just gets the wall bang, shut him out. Fairly clean and very necessary for PaperX. And we'll pick up that round, but there's still more work to be done.
And I love the way Forsaken plays this round on this Harbor. He backs up Jing there over on the back of A towards the U-Haul to make sure that Jogamo can't really find any more damage with that judge. And then immediately a cascade comes out, cuts off short, and isolates the player planting. Isolates Boostio, and able to find a follow-up kill. Really make sure that EG's not able to find any extra damage. Because now we're getting a little aggressive out of long B. Boostio, that was so close.
Close, but avoids the shots. Something in Divide just backing away. Wow, basically about to happen here. Into Hookah, Jogamo spraying through. Just make his exit, doesn't want to overstay his welcome here. Smoke comes down, Jing holding wide outside of shower, rather in shower.
This is
watching on this extremity.
Huge battle.
Demon 1 just taking this one step at a time, swings forward, looking for Jing. Jing's able to line him up just a little bit faster.
Nice.
Damage not exchanged. Cove now Forsaken, just trying to get himself across deeper into the site here. Double push up now through lamps.
Spot to make sure they hadn't pushed out.
Oh, the timing, Forsaken! Comes up huge, catches him with the paint shell in hand. Gets the follow-up on the Boostio, something, no way.
Yeah!
Gets the knife into the back and twists it! As Ethan will fall. Comm, as good as he has been, I think a 1v5 ace clutch might just be a bridge too far, but there's the start. He finds the first one, Mind Freak says absolutely not, does not give him that second step. PaperX will string 2 rounds together, now 2 rounds separating, 9-7.
Just a classic Pacific moment here. Knife in the back.
Loosen up.
You love to see it. Those are the momentum changers. We saw this so much in our region, Achilleos, where a team would get one knife and then it was just like a switch flipped on that team, and they were able to just start playing with so much more confidence and so much more aggression. Is that going to be the moment here for PaperX? EG, though, now 2 to force available for Demon 1, and immediately looking to see if he can catch somebody peeking out of long B.
It was a knife that got EG to the international competition to begin with. We'll see if it could be their undoing, if PaperX can run things back here on Vine. Or just going to be snatched up, Jogamo. Saying, hey, take this weapon. I've got a showstopper. Trailblazer to check forward. Need to check close. Jogamo bouncing up. Doesn't get to see anything, but now will spot him. Sends it. Divide taken out. Now he can grab that gun, but no. Jing counter swings from the back of Hookah. Finds the elimination. Mind Freak lurking within the smoke. Mind Boostio. Stun up into the corner. Ethan dead. TP out. The cleanup coming in. Now it's all in this tour de force. The first shot whipping. Swaps over the head. Hunter tries to line it up. Cannot get it done. PaperX only lose out on Divide to the ult. It's like that. You got to do those squats. Keep those thighs nice and toned.
PRX comeback.
String together 3 rounds consecutively.
Could all use a good leg day. But this is just a great round here from Paper Rex. Even though they lose Devi early, kind of hidden in some tricky spots that catch EG a bit off guard. And I was a little bit worried for Paper Rex. I thought EG might have had a decent read here. There was no movement, there was no rotation.
Well, Com always got the highest kill.
Worked. Cleared a little bit more space. Forsaken aware of Com's lurk. Now trying to take control of short A, but with that toxic screen there, doesn't feel like he's going to be comfortable to get much more. I'm just checking to see if there's anybody lurking out there. No, there is not. So now you're going to leave something in the showers. Jing going to be playing a pivot position. Devi, Mind Freak, under a little bit of pressure here shortly. Smoke going to come down by a little bit of time. And Devi waiting for those flashes to come back up to check long B. And let's see if EG wants to try to capitalize on the timing here.
Mind Freak can still buy a hell of a lot of time for them. One more Sky Smoke. He has that Molly. He's got the ult as well. Trying to deny the plan, but yeah, he's just going to send the Molly now, trying to stop anybody from jumping out of hookah. Creep up continues. Giacomo right on the edge of the window.
There.
Pinks trying to set up more than aid. Send it in towards backside. Orbital strike cuts off the advance there from guard. And Forsaken, however, swinging in. Managing to find one. Calm comes up with two. Another hefty start from him as Jing tries to get in behind. Gets the dink through the box and is able to finish the job. Now into a 3v3. The TP across something. Nice. Gets the first shot, takes a dismiss, sends out the leer, backs away towards short. Sees the gun barrel. The swing.
No, nice.
Another one. Boostio now in the back of sight, and he's got his knife out. Something's running for him. He is hungry, but it's going to be Mind Freak who comes away with that kill.
Something woke up.
They're starting to get fired up now. Tied at 9-9.
And now we're seeing a pivotal piece of the puzzle for Paper Rex. It is that op for something. And once he gets rolling with this, once he gets these dismisses online, you can see he can work these angles so well on the outside of showers. We've seen this before. We saw this in the Pacific Finals where he gave DRX fits around that corner. Now he's going to be doing it again. And EG Com still very good, still very strong with those openers into hookah. Really just throwing everything he's got. What just an unbelievable performance he's had here so far today. And now Evil Genius is going to pump the brakes, try to figure out how they want to identify and isolate and eliminate. Something's up.
Tied up at 9-9 here. Solid first time out, so second one going to be burned from the side of EG.
Oh, 70,000.
Get ready to go into this low buy. You know, we see a Stinger, some Sheriffs perhaps coming into this one, but trying to keep the cash as close to 2,000 as they possibly can. So it's going to be very weakened weaponry.
Com not laughing anymore.
And around perhaps where they can try to build up some additional tools. They've already got that Viper's Pit online for Com if they can take the site. They have the Orbital for a post plan. But getting the Seekers for Ethan, trying to identify positions, especially in slower rounds where the brakes are being pumped on the side of Paper Rex, identify their positioning. That could be huge, so we'll see if that's going to be the focus of this one.
Yeah, and I like what you're saying, and I'm really curious how Paper Rex is going to try to slow that down, right? They've got Seekers of their own, potentially a showstopper as well. Jing, look, I've seen him just throw those as soon as he has them. He basically wants to keep cycling ults as much as he can. Of course, if we go to Pearl, you're going to see that in spades. Yeah, quite a bit with that Phoenix. We got to get there first, because right now EG still to me looks quite strong and Forsaken with this judge. Absolute madman.
Getting tucked in the corner here. Does any challenge come through? It's the back away. Oh, okay.
Now I know.
No chance at a shot. It's Forsaken just playing in a bit of an awkward position. Stuck between a Viper's wall and a Sky Smoke. Tucked in underneath the box. Watch in case there's going to be that pressure around here by Kuka. Flash not spotting anything. Swing onto the corner. Doesn't confirm the kill. Finally swings back to go ahead and take him out. TP out to safety. Forsaken continues to advance for a little bit more, but now everybody pivoting over here towards this B site where there's just two players lurking, Devi and Mind Freak, to try to slow this one up. Do they expect Devi and guard? And the answer is going to be yes, but he still comes up with three. What is that spray?
Oh, Devi always triple kill, man.
Creep forward, identifies Forsaken's position. Does manage to get that kill, but it's only going to be a judge recovered. Still a plethora of headhunter bullets, but it's Mind Freak who is out for blood, on the hunt, on the prowl, gets him. And Paper Rex now take the lead, once again up to double digits.
Devi now having a great map. A few struggles on Ascent, 16-14 now. A lot of those heavy hitters for Paper Rex really starting to come online now. Divide, Forsaken, Jing, Mind Freak, and even something starting to get into the action. And you can see that EG's identifying this Showers operator early and avoiding it. But now it's shifting over to the long B side. And instead it's going to be a watch for a short A push out, because we've seen Forsaken do that a couple rounds here on their defender side for Paper Rex, and now something trying to gain a lot of space. Saw the elbow.
On the prowl, there's the wide swing. Busio not spotting him on the first jiggle. Now gets punished. Looks like something's still going to be anticipating some pressure coming out here from long, but as we can see, it's everybody shifting forward now in towards Hookah. Seeker's going to be let loose to buy. Just looking to try to spot. Flash up, sky smoke down. Just layering in this util to try and delay. Doggo goes jumping out over the top of Divide again. Lines him up, finds himself a second once more. Mind Freak arrives over towards CT, guns him down. Now it's all on comm. The spike still stranded, however. Look at the push up from Jing, gets himself into the smoke. Shorty in hand, goes jumping forward, and he puts him down. Paper Rex get to 11.
And the change of position here catches EG off guard just enough. Bustio kind of expecting that maybe someone would be pushing that angle, but just overcommits to the jump, and something punishes it. And then immediately, great recognition by something, knowing that EG loves to come at you from different angles, has to watch his back. Let Divide do his thing up front. Then you can fall back. If nobody's pushing you from that angle, you can hold it onto that entrance into the B site with that operator. So really good stuff here from Paper Rex and EG. Now stingers abound. And then Demon One with that headhunter, still catching something with just a splash with that snake bite.
Another one just to try to force him off the angle. Demon One, the only one playing out in that position. Something going to be spotted. They actually send the orbital strike to try to take him down, but he's already made his exit. Sprays through Jing! Oh, the util combo! Pachels into Showstopper, comes up with two. Divide gets calm as well. Ethan trading one back. As Jing set up into the corner, swings back through, finds one, the up from Demon One. Able to take him out, but now he finds himself in a 1v3. Paper Rex look to get themselves up to map point.
They're hunting him down. They want to get this op out of his hands.
Certainly do. Looks like Demon One quite ready for it. No, doesn't fully check the angle. Something.
Boy, there's a third round, man.
We'll show him, give him some of his own medicine. It's now map point here for Paper Rex. EG need to run back 3 consecutive rounds to take us into OT, but let's look at that streak of green for PRX.
What's that like? Oh shit, the whole pitch gone.
Against DRX, the last couple times they played fine, it was always better on the defender side. With this Reyna, Raze, Harbor combo, Divide going to be forced back.
Well, Divide again. He's actually looking to play in front of this sky smoke, maybe fake it. Yeah, Jogamo swings in, Divide shuts it down. And that's going to send the spike, as well as Ethan hacking back over towards A. Some rotations off here. You see Jing making his way towards B, but it looks like the call is going to be coming through. Something says, I've got this angle covered, I've got the operator for Hookah. Go reinforce A. Oh, Bustio lucky to get away with just that minimal amount of damage taken. Stun in. Push forward. Just rushing it down. Trying to get himself in here. Close this gap. But Jing holds the line. A 3K as Ethan is the last man standing. And Paper X look to push us into a map 3 in flawless fashion. Belair forward. Ethan wisely not spraying at it. Doesn't want to reveal his position. Now, what do you even do in this scenario? Shorty waiting for you on the opposite side of the wall. Swing back over to the goes on the corner. Mind Freak holding out from heaven. The push comes in. Ethan will shut that down. The flawless not going to be found. But still so much work to be done. The flash in. Jing swings. Ethan gets the challenge. Finds himself a third. Suddenly have they overstepped. But with 6 HP, it's just not quite enough.
Too bad.
13-9. Paper X rally back on their map. Pick a bind. And they take us the distance once again.
And the first thing that comes to my mind is Phoenix versus Yoru. Are we going to get it? The fans went nuts when Pearl came up during the map draft, and now we get to see it. We get to see such an iconic map for both of these teams. They're absolutely insane. I can't wait.
It was a 13-6 in EG's favor the last time they played on Pearl. We'll see if that script is going to be rewritten, but it all comes down to one final map to determine who is going to the grand finals. First, we're going to take a break. We're going to have the analyst desk break down the action from Vines. so do not go anywhere.
Another one. One more. One more. Toilet time. One more. Boom. Oh no, it's a better way.
And we're going to map 3, but don't forget, guys, you don't want to miss out on any of the action throughout Champions by downloading Riot Mobile. You can receive alerts when your favorite teams hit the stage, catch live tournament streams, check on the scores, and you can also stay spoiler-free if you're catching up on what you missed. There's a brand new update out today, and now you'll be able to check on your own match history. Riot Mobile is available in the App Store and Google Play. Use the QR code and have a good time. But welcome back, everyone, to Champions Los Angeles here as we are being pushed to a map 3. And oh boy, am I so happy about this, because Paper Thin and Achilleo said it on the cast, right? When Pearl came up, people were cheering, people were excited. They wanted to see a clash in the underwater city, and that's exactly what we're gonna get.
And there's a lot to be excited about, right? You know, we may have the Yoru, we may have the Phoenix, we may have all of this silliness going down on Pearl, but I think to think about Fine in particular, I was really impressed with the tenacity that Paper X showed.
I think they just rolled them on the defense half as well. Their defensive utility is so good. They're throwing it all at the right times. Mindfreak is breaking them up with the Molly and with his ultimate. And then you've also got Jing flying around the map, having value. It looks like an excellent defensive half where they have tons of good ideas.
Yeah, and for EG, it does seem like they ran out of ideas a little bit. It was constantly these like defaulting into these late round B hits that were constantly being shut down. This comp that PaperX runs with that Harbor, with that Brim, you just have so much stall to shut down these executes. And their players like Jing and Divaya are really willing to fight forward while those execs are happening and find weird little positions to take out the initial players, normally dodge mode, diving in.
Look at how good this is. They've got a Cove-in backside to keep them safe so that they don't have to give up backside control. They have a Molly that goes down really early underneath Hookah. They have a Brim ult that goes over towards Long, and then they've got Sky Nades. All of this stops the B hit from coming through and funnels them into something's operator, which is holding over towards Showers. It looked impossible for EG to be able to find openings just by running these execs. They needed earlier to be able to force out utility and to be able to fight for picks and fight for map control. And PaperX just weren't giving them any opportunities to do that. They were forcing them to go 5-man site hits, which they just crushed.
And that was exactly what they wanted, right? If you're going to continue to try to funnel out as 5 to Hookah or something like that, some of the utilities you're just referring to, there's no way out. Right? So you can tell it just felt like they were hitting a brick wall towards the end of the map, and they just kind of fell apart. It also helps.
Suffocating.
But it also helps that something just turned on. And
that's true. Yeah, that is true. And I'm glad you actually brought that up, because at the beginning, we were a little concerned of whether or not something was going to be showing up in this game. And Mimi, that's exactly what they ended up getting. And granted, it came off of some really great team play from across the board. But the fact that something was ready and prepared really showed that he did the job that he needed to do.
I mean, this is a terrible start from something. He was 1-10 in the first half playing Reyna. I mean, he's like average ranked Reyna that he's inspiring in that moment. But the second half, he starts knifing people in the back. He gets this operator out. And as well, when players were being funneled away from the B site, he was the guy on A, shutting down with that weapon. So it was a great rally for something. And I think now heading into Pearl, where he plays on the Jet, where a lot of the comp, again, is built around enabling him, having him in this form is a great sign for PaperX.
Yeah, I mean, the other great sign for PaperX is that his partner in crime, Jing, is going bonkers. He's up at the top of the scoreboard playing the Rays. He's going to be playing Phoenix almost assuredly in the next map, and we've already seen him have excellent form with how he's playing. So I think they're going to be applying a ton of pressure to EG.
Yeah, when I talked to Jing, he just said that, hey, slotting in with this new second duelist, this new duo, it was no worries. Like, they just fit together instantly. And you're seeing it here on the server. When one player is struggling, be that Jing, be that something, the other is always stepping up, holding some of that burden. That's the reason why PaperX is so strong, because there's always that player that can come out and give you the all-star performance.
Yeah, I mean, we've barely talked about Forsaken. We've barely talked about Mindfreak. Like, any of them can do it. Any of them can pop off.
Both of those players were amazing, especially on map 1, actually, too, where Mindfreak went nuts. I'm a bit concerned, though, for EG. I think their best chance of winning this game was in a 2-0 fashion. I think going to Pearl, their Yoru comp looked amazing on Pearl, but I'm concerned how often you can bring that out. Like, to me, that's a bit cheesy. It works, it's great, but I think, especially for PaperX that know Yoru, that play with Yoru all the time with Forsaken, I think they're going to have ideas for how to beat that. And going up against the Jet Phoenix composition, where PaperX are consistently innovating with that comp, I think it's going to be tough.
I think what is strong about EG, though, is that they've shown us multiple comps that they look excellent on Pearl. They already were playing the more default composition with the Sova, with the Astra that everyone normally plays. So I actually think them playing this Yoru comp might make it a little bit harder to prep against them, because there is that possibility they switch back. They can change style against PaperX, especially with this little like 2-day break between the playoffs and now the finals weekend.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think that EG have shown that they have a lot of layers, right? It's a team that defines themselves on their game plan and what they bring to the table going into each of these matches here. But you know what? I can't help but feel like when you go to Pearl, you're probably going to get punched in the face by Jing's Phoenix. It was just too good.
Yeah, but EG haven't either. This tournament. And they've run 2 comps. I think we really should be cautious about how we're underselling EG's performance on Pearl.
Well, absolutely. I think EG still played amazing.
Yeah, and I think they've shown variety in comps, as Mimi was saying. They've shown they can do it the traditional way. They've shown they can do it with Yoru. I don't know that it's as heavy of a lean as we've been saying.
I don't know if anyone's underselling. It's just that PaperX have not lost. They played Phoenix Jet. Their 2 best players are in peak form right now. Like, this is, I think, the best map that PaperX has shown this tournament thus far.
What a fun way, though, to end this series.
Oh, for sure.
And send somebody to the grand finals, having what we're expecting to be a Yoru versus Phoenix showdown on Pearl.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
I want to ask a question, though. Is it considered, like, when they busted out the Phoenix, I'm sure everyone in Pacific was like, what is this gimmick comp? You know?
Cloud9 were running it, too.
Yeah,
exactly.
At the beginning of America.
Can we say that, like, how
It's not a
long
gimmick.
do we say the same thing about
It's
Yoru?
not a gimmick. It's
I actually don't think.
Sure.
I don't think
That's what I'm asking.
I don't think Yoru's that much of a gimmick either. I think it's just about finding more creative ideas, right? And I think that's something the PaperX excel at because they're constantly innovating. And with EG, we don't actually know how deep the strat book goes yet with this comp because we've only seen them run it once.
I want to quote a good friend of mine, Brennan, when he said, "You get shot, you die." And my thought is that around Valorant, if
What
your
a
team
poet.
is good
What a
enough,
poet.
if you have a composition that you have a solid idea behind, that you
Yeah.
execute well, you can make anything work. I think PaperX is the #1 prover of that point, and EG is definitely the team who has shown the ability to do so as well. And I think both these teams actually have really well fleshed out ideas around these comps.
That is the most insightful thing that Bren has said in our many years.
It'll be
of
his
friendship.
legacy.
It'll be his legacy.
Now, also though, Ethan has not had, I think, the spectacular performance in this
Agreed.
match yet
Yeah.
that we've seen from him the rest of the time throughout Champions. And this is his moment to step up on a different role. He's been purely supportive over the course of Champs, apart from when he plays the Yoru. And then he takes things into his own hands, finds his own timings, makes his own plays. I think this is his chance to lock the Yoru and step up and take his team to the grand finals.
I don't know. I really like how Ethan plays the Yoru in particular too, because yeah, there's the duelist element to it, but he also kind of serves as like a drone, right? He's getting so much info and he's ulting in. He's getting value. They're pinging out on the minimap. They're hitting execs off of it too.
I mean, he's an initiator, really.
Yeah.
They're combining
There we
darts with his
go.
Yoru Flash. When they're playing this composition, he's the fastest rotator. He's giving them information. He's just really doing the same role he does on KO, just with the gimmick of the Yoru in the mix, which I think is awesome. And in the Prime Gaming Age, it's like, we are getting a shot at the grand finals between a Yoru and Phoenix.
What a
It's
year.
beautiful.
Forsaken might win this game by telling the rest of his team how to beat Yoru. You might not even know it's happening from him just on Killjoy.
Ooh,
Forsaken might win this game
83%.
and send them to the grand finals just by his mouth alone. He doesn't even need to shoot at people.
Just set up utility and then just calm the whole time.
Yeah, guys, they're gonna do this. They're gonna go here. They're gonna use the TP in this way.
Talk of calm, though, that guy has been ridiculous thus far this series. He's back on the Sova. He's so good on this role. And, well, the Yoru is the thing that catches your eye. It's really, I think, the combination of him and Ethan that make this comp work.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Well, folks, this is it. Win and you move to the grand finals, lose, and it's a trip to the lower bracket. But let's see how the chips fall on this one. Let's go ahead and make some noise for Map 3 as we send it back over to Achilles and Paper Thin.
Alrighty, thank you very much, GP, as well as the rest of the desk for setting the stage for this epic clash here on Pearl. As soon as we saw the draft, we knew it was going to happen, that Yoru versus the Phoenix, something that we do not see in a Blue Moon, but I have to side with Sideshow on this one. Perhaps Forsaken will have the read, because you're taking a Yoru against the progenitors of this pick, the guys who made this look viable.
Absolutely. I mean, this is going to be really interesting, but from what I've seen from Evil Geniuses, this Yoru is so clean and well thought out. So we get ready to go into what may be, for me, the most anticipated map of the most anticipated matchup between two teams. The Yoru and the Phoenix coming at you.
The barriers are going to go down for them. Let's make some noise
Yoru.
for the start of this final map. PaperX first here on the attack, just rushing forward, looking to push the pace once again.
They already checked that corner. Going to use this Blaze a lot to cut down into alley. Oh, Ethan.
Runs it down. Making so much
Die
damage.
already.
That entry is Bucios with the corner, responsible. Flash. But now they
What?
somehow get to stabilize, find that kill, but Ethan comes up with the second one. Forsaken going to be taken down. Damage across here on the Jinx. Sends that hot hands right at his feet. Keep himself protected, getting himself healed up.
5v4.
As the spike is planted, a 3v4 to try to defend.
3v4.
You got one flash left for Jing. Vise is on cooldown. Oh, there goes.
Oh no.
Taken out. To the ready. Demon 1. Dashing forward. Ethan, a bit of contact here. It's tagged up. Ethan trying to stay safe. Spam across. That does interrupt that spike defuse.
Ooh, 2v2.
Managing to find another one. They're both quite so low. Ethan not quite falling.
Oh.
Mind Freak trying to hold it all down. 10 HP versus 2.
Oh.
Ethan comes up with the 4K
Fuck, man.
with time dwindling.
He's got it.
Just about have this one in the bag. It's going to be so very narrow, though. But yeah, just over a second remaining. Barely any health. 2 HP, the difference maker. The reload costing them, and Paper X dropping yet another
They should
pistol.
hide, man. Plant and hide,
way
man.
up front.
And you can see the preparation with both of these teams. So EG's kind of looking for some mid-aggression. Last time around on their pistol on their attacker side, Paper X put a lot of pressure into mid, and Paper X immediately checking for that Yoru
Stupid, man.
in that cubby by the pillar on their entry in.
This is
Because
looking
that is where Ethan had set up.
really
And
bad.
A lot of times he's going to post himself in that cubby next to the pillar, send his TP all the way across the map. Look at the top. Look at the north side of the mini-map. He sends it all the way to the overside. This gives him so much ability to rotate, but they're just going to try to pressure him. He's going to get taken down.
Yeah, does get taken out. And the fourth by coming in from the side of Paper X, looking to try to catch them off guard, but now they are very well aware of this. Bustio leaning back behind the screen. As the heavy rotations coming through. Now pushing up here onto the side. Paper X is allowing for EG to go ahead and reinforce this position.
I love this rotate. See if you can sell a little bit of false info here. Send Forsaken out to watch for these lurks.
The dart from Calm, though, could give everything up. He's situated here on the high ground with that Bulldog, and he can deal a hefty amount of damage with it. Bustio still standing, means that that turret set up over at mid-link would spot out Forsaken. So he's just going on a merry little walkabout.
This is something Paper X loves to do. They love to push sewers. They love to get and try to cut through your flanks, try to cut through your back lines.
Smoke up, hot hands into the corner of Halls. Dart trying to reveal anybody who's moving up here into the side, but no one's going to be spotted. With 29 seconds remaining, they're going to actually go on this swing, but Forsaken ends up getting caught outside of water. And now they have to commit to this one. Where did they decide to go? Looks like it's still going to be over towards the A site. Right now, Demon 1 is going to be looking to hold down with this Bulldog. Losing this round already, the amount of people that they lost.
time.
This could be devastating for the side of Paper X, given that they forced up into this one. The push forward, gets the thing across, holding on the corner is Chocobo. It all comes tumbling down. Ethan will be the only casualty here on the side of EG as they move up now 2-0.
Just so well handled here by EG. Yeah, Paper X, again, doing their homework, clearing out that position of Ethan that I was talking about in that cubby. And that's a real pain point for teams trying to deal with this Yoru because it opens up such easy rotation, so much flexibility on the map. That's not even getting into the layers that this Yoru offers for this EG squad. The way that they're able to combo their utility hasn't come into play. But now already the dimensional drift is available for Ethan. A lot of times he'll save it for post plants. He's very patient with it. Playing contact in art has to be weaker by here. Ethan under pressure, going to be screwing on back.
That's just going to be the gate crash out. Keep himself protected. Star set up. Nebula comes through, shock dart into the corner. Taking a bit of damage from that one as they just go ahead. They just start W King forward. Jink finding one, pushes up into the smoke. Jogamo shuts him down. It's a little bit of damage in reply, however.
Judge?
See the double corral
Not Judge.
into a main. Ethan as well as Jogamo. Just looking to try to get a pinch scenario set up in case the plant does come down here, but Paper X are potentially thinking about exploring elsewhere, but Ethan, having built up that dimensional drift very quickly, he's going to go exploring, see what he can spot, but he actually didn't rush through into art, so he might not see much.
Back into spawn, yeah, he didn't see really much, so they either have to assume this is long B or as kind of Ethan and Jogamo are anticipating a re-hit towards A. You're going to see something trying to push through on this angle, and the pings come down. I think EG is pretty aware. Still a flash for Ethan in the pocket.
And Jogamo trying to creep up. It's spotted, but
oh, nice.
To get the punch onto the buy. Now needs to try to stand tall, but he cannot. Ethan on the flank.
Oh, this is not good, man.
That's going to be a big conversion here from the side of EG, moving up 3-0 off the rip.
Again, it's just so valuable the way that Ethan plays this. Because not only can he rotate, but in moments like this, he can get info that's so valuable, then use that gate crash to get back into a pivot position, a position where you can slide to either A or B there from that spawn to help out wherever they think that Paper X is going. And again, him and Jogamo read it perfectly. Right back to A. They work that angle around the box on A site so well there. Make it so difficult for Paper X to get anything going. And now Jing already won, run it back. going to be found here in the 4th round. And this one is starting to feel important. Demon 1 with that operator over at Long B. Let's see if Paper Rex can find a way to deal with it.
Do they expect it? Granted, they should. Just given the amount of money has been built up after those 3 rounds coming through.
Just use neon.
Oh, Ethan! This gets a timing shot. The flash comes in, just catching something in the head. Jiggle onto the corner. Jing going to be able to walk away from that one, but now they know that the op is in play.
Just clearing some utility, trying to limit the amount of information that EG can have. Still a lot of space being gained here for Paper Rex. A lot of control over mid. A main not really being contested. A lot of times you're going to see Paper Rex fight over this A main side, of course, to get orbs into Jing's hands for those run it backs. But he's still got the run it back, so this time around, he'll put a little bit of pressure towards A. But now this might be a bit of an easier sight take here for Paper Rex. Devi's going to grab the orb, get the secret.
Joke's over! You're dead!
I've got your trail.
Run it back, going to be popped.
Right there.
Rushing forward, Jogamo. Hiding right here on the wall. Shut that down. It's a bit of an info gain, but value Mind Freak will be able to take him out, however.
30 seconds left.
Bring this out into a 4v4. Cosmic Divide going to be set up. Change the plant spot. Something that, delaying it for a little bit longer. Jing now. Taking around, they're actually trying to hold forward. Catches Boostio on the rotation. Tucks back into the water. Re-aggress over by Art.
That's Forsaken's favorite play on this map. Com's going to try to counter him, coming from Sewers himself.
Creeping forward.
Ooh.
Find each other. Com coming away with that elimination. The site emptied. Hot hand still in the hands of Jing here, though. Flash at the ready. Tries to send it down. Will land at his feet. Demon 1 wanting to hold this up to half. Takes the updraft out, but low HP for him as well as Ethan. They need Com to really deliver. They need these kills to be found. Jing, however, cutting down one. Divide getting the other. Ethan trying to push forward. Will eventually fall. The round will go the way of Paper Rex, but it's only Mind Freak left standing, and he can't even hold the gun.
So costly there for Paper Rex. EG so diligent on these retakes. And this time around, Paper Rex is going to say, okay, even though we get around, definitely need to readjust and rethink how we're going to be approaching this setup. Jing here, great job off the back of that grab well. It's a big kill, by stepping in, just barely. Mind Freak, who had gotten dinged up on the entry to that site, able to find the kill. Just barely. Already another dimensional drift for Ethan.
He's got another one up. I mean, the guy is 10-2-1, and we're talking about how it was a bit of an off-kilter performance from him, especially on the first map. Started running it back in some really crucial rounds at the end of a set. A bit more consistent there on Bind for the side of EG. But now he is just crushing with this Yoru. So apparently the theory of Forsaken being able to counteract it by just speaking to his team and telling them how the setups are going to be coming through has not really been coming to fruition. So timeout call, Alex looking to try to turn things around. The earliest timeout that we've seen so far here in this set.
Yeah, and I think you're seeing some of the ideas from Paper Rex to dodge Ethan's utility in that
something 0 kills.
They don't really want to scrap because of that. You know, it's the recon dart into the flashes. Sometimes a Nova Pulse comes in from Jogamo to really set up these retakes for EG that completely befuddle teams. It gives them all the information, the flashes are connecting, and all of a sudden they've cut down 2 or 3 players just off a couple pieces of utility. And the timing has been so brilliant between Ethan and Com throughout these curls that they have shown with this Yoru.
Flash over the top, Jogamo just going to be backing away. Grab well set up again.
Something is missing
here from the side of Paper Rex, something that EG should be very well prepped for, or eventually going to be taken.
Yeah, and with the Phoenix, the cool part about it is not only, you know, a lot of people are going to think about the curveballs to go around that angle, but you can actually use the hot hands to shut down the door on the other side of that B. And so there's a lot that Phoenix can do even individually to help himself on this map get those orbs. And now Com potentially under pressure here. There's a bunch of Paper Rex. It's going to be flooding in. A fake towards Art. He knows.
Trailblazer Alpha trying to lead the way. As dimensional drift.
Oh boy!
Avoiding that one. He's just spotting him. Flash held, sends it. Just backing away, wants to get himself into a safe enough position that he can exit. Does so.
But I love this. I love this change of direction here from Paper Rex. They recognize that the forces of EG are going to be really, really strong. So it's a good rotate. Turret's going to give away a little bit of info here. And already Calm making his way through towards sewers.
Gonna be nearby. Flash in the back. Minor blind. Driven even one. Gonna be able to take out Mind Freak here. paperX losing out on a member very early on. Plant now coming in.
Spike planted.
On the ground, they're trying to exit out to some safe positions. As Busio tucked away in dugout, falling low. Decent shot through. I think that actually hit Forsaken down to 48.
He's got the Cosmic Divide now.
Well divided.
Do they read that Forsaken is going to be this far forward and on the side? He guns down one. Now they're very well aware of it, but Calm's still getting caught off guard. And Forsaken gets himself a third. What a play here from him. Swing onto the corner, the tuck back in behind the wall. Juggermo pushing forward, just trying to get the quick kill here. Tapping on the spike. Such a rough position to be put in.
Oh, nice.
To use the wall against them. That is going to be paperX now moving up 2-3.
And Forsaken is so good on this map. The way that he just reads the plays and gets ahead of it for paperX is so smart. Just pushes this angle. Calm is not quite ready. There's a little bit of miscommunication on the other side of it as well. And that last bullet from Forsaken was nuts. The pace that he plays at is incredible.
And that's a death that you just do not see coming whatsoever. Got the pick, but now within touching distance, one round separating the two squads. Let it by. Knives out here from Demon 1. Rushing forward, there's the flash, and he's just got to dash away. There's that line of sight. Up traps once again, wants to try to re-aggress, but everybody from paperX is pulling away from this position, and they're rushing their way towards B, which right now is not reinforced whatsoever. Gate Crash not in position either, so Ethan can't try to get there a little bit faster.
Now Forsaken can play off that mid turret if anybody were to try to push that direction, but instead it's just a full rotate.
It's full steam ahead.
Yep.
Busio nearby. That Sheriff can find some value. They might be able to yet swing this round.
Gate Crash though.
Just underneath of something. Here it notes it, destroys it. Spray across 5v5 now. The advantage so very much here in the hands of paperX. EG looking to try to turn the tides. Hot hands to cut off the one access point. It's going to be Juggermo getting taken down. Something guns out Ethan. String falls, Demon 1. However, with the blades, managing to find a kill. Puts them to use, gets that reset.
2v2.
Something tucked away. A weapon recovered. Tap onto the spike. Forsaken spamming.
Oh.
Finding one. Swings in. Demon 1 taken down. Two members lost, but the round win is there. And paperX now tie it up at 3-3.
Some great mid-rounding in a very un-paperX round. A lot of times you might see them just try to fight over that A main orb, but I love that they back off of this. They give the respect to Demon 1. They know what he's capable of with that. They go to the other side, and again, they dodge a lot of this utility. Again, the recon into the Yoru flash is completely missed. The gate crash dealt with by something. So far in these last couple of rounds, paperX starting to get their heads together. They've got their feet underneath them. Now they're starting to get a bit of a read on how EG wants to do this. That swarm between out some B site swarm grenades. Run it back in for Jing.
Same old here from Jing. Dodge on the flash, put some damage on the Juggermo. Can't finish him off, but down to 70 HP. Now they pump the brakes. Jing gonna go back and cover the spike.
Here.
Get one forward. Gate crash set up, so Ethan a little bit more free to try to explore the opposite side of the map, but just go ahead and join back in rather quickly. Full flash into something's face, just trying to play elusively. Up drafts, on his Fury across, finds Forsaken for a single tap. Something gonna be taken down. Follow-up hit, Jing down to 70. Hot hands available if he wants to try to heal himself up. The lockdown clears them all the way back into their own spawn.
And look at where Mind Freak pushed to. They're letting him know. We know you like to go there.
And recon not cleared fast enough. Jing does get pinged, but Forsaken swinging forward. Manages to get the timing across on a comp. Finds Juggermo as well to boot. A 2v3, however, the man advantage still going to be in the hands. Defy tries to play off the back of his own flash. Ends up getting gunned down. But 1, 2, 3! Shuts them down! The Red Bull clutch to give paperX the lead!
Wow.
Unreal!
Ooh, look at the chat.
A couple times here so far at Champions.
And
this is the first time he's come through with it, and what a moment to do it for paperX. Unbelievable.
I mean, vulnerable be damned, he didn't need it. They're all headshots.
Ridiculous.
Adjustments knew where the swing was going to be coming in from. What a shutdown here from Mind Freak, stealing the round away.
That's a tough one to take. A lot of good things done by EG in that round. They handled that retake so well. Able to just dissect Paper Rex piece by piece. This is the thing about this Paper Rex team. Top to bottom, they are cracked. The blades are in the back pocket for something as well.
Hot hands lineup actually up for Jing. Ball does come up as well as something
Oh, the
swinging around the back, finds one, adjusts down, catches Ethan, up drops up here, up on top. Just putting the fear of God there in the calm.
You know that short.
You don't know where I'm at. The calm pushing forward, does manage to find time to be able to pick up a kill on the divide. But they know exactly where Demon 1 is at. Headshot through the wall, weapon recovered. Chance at some additional damage dealt here as he's just going to be dashing away, rotating around and towards B main. Can he find more value? Can he potentially replicate what we just saw from Mindfreak? A 1v3 clutch to try to save this.
And here is Paper Rex. You got to be thinking, you know, okay, if he gets it, that's fine. But you don't mind sacrificing a few bodies. If you look at Mindfreak's bank account, they're willing to throw a few bodies at this to try to make sure this gun doesn't get through, and that's beautiful for Mindfreak. So well done.
Can't make it happen. Paper Rex close out that round, now 5-3. Starting to find their footing once again here. Now we'll get another purchase coming in, and EG going to be burning the timeout.
Yeah, and I think this is obviously rightly so with 5 rounds in a row for Paper Rex. And like I said, they've kind of gotten a read on this. They're able to really push and pull the map and kind of even dodge some of what I thought might be a problem for Paper Rex is those gate crashes. It seems like they're doing a really good job of kind of keeping track of that timing. And who knows, maybe that's, you know, what Sideshow was talking about on the desk with Forsaken being able to kind of relay, hey guys, the cooldown, I think it's about 45 seconds or something like that on the gate crash. But just making sure that they're kind of very mentally aware of these timings, even though still has yet another dimensional drift. It's his 3rd one.
Yeah, I think winning already, for sure.
Absolutely nuts.
Mindfreak is crazy.
It's still been a very impactful.
Let me hear you roar. Woo! Mindfreak, 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 Mindfreak.
You see Pustio, the leader of the squad, struggling to find himself on the boards here, 6-2 with this killjoy. Let's see if this could be the turning point round right now, as the players can fan back out.
And I'm curious to see what they go with for this setup. I'm seeing some
10 kills.
pings out on the B site for the side.
He's so well kind of useless here, man.
And it looks like, yeah, we're going to see that gate crash from Ethan all the way to the other side of the map. He's going to tuck himself into that cubby. Something. Blade Storm, no op yet. Mindfreak.
Just kill Yoru, they win already.
Just play for an orb.
Yep, here we go again. Commit the curveball, get the orb, get closer to that next run it back. One more to go. And something ready to challenge him against Ethan, but Ethan gets the spray. Hill comes through, exits with 70.
Now let's see if Paper Rex should realize they might be able to take advantage of this open space, you know, even all the way over using that dimensional drift on the other side of the map even. There's an opportunity here with this Cosmic Divide to at least get a plant down, possibly set up for a post plant for Paper Rex. Calm is here, kind of potentially do some damage with those shock darts, and you can see a little bit of a more open plant for Paper Rex because of that.
Call the Neo default right here into the open. Single nano swarm set up here. Trying to defend it, hot hand still from Jing is available. CG now arrived at the side, but Ethan gonna be the first one to fall. Forsaken finding the opening elimination. Shock dart down, just trying to clear out that util. So now Nano gonna be taken away from them, running back, still gonna be held in the back pocket here for the side of Jing, and now he's gonna start pushing forward. They clear him out, just a spray through the smoke, gets him off the spike. They haven't held at the half. The push up comes through. Jing now swapping over to the Sheriff. Ends up getting snapped back, but Demon 1 all on his lonesome with 49 HP. Spots one, gets the headshot, knows that Mindfreak's up front, or in the back, and Devi is up front, up close. Swings the corner, takes him out. 6 rounds now established for Paper Rex as Devi will go down to the spike.
At least there wasn't an op in his hands this time.
True.
Something now going to have the funds for that operator. This guy can make magic happen on the attacker's side. Shorty in the back pocket, I am sure. Blade Storm as well to back it up. Forsaken, one away from a lockdown. Couple big ultimates though. Boostio also one away from his lockdown. Jugamo one away from that Cosmic Divide. Blades for Demon 1. So it has to be an eco here for the side of EG. And they're just going to try to go for a mid-crunch. And they're just going to leave Mindfreak behind to watch this flank. Right in shops. Something is going to be looking. See if anyone's going to try to contest him.
Lockdown now available. Freebie pick up there for Forsaken. He's just going to use it right off the rip. Rotation's beginning to come through. Mindfreak in his corner. Not going to be noted by that alarm bot, but you can see that Boostio is not looking to play off the back of it. Going to advance forward. Mindfreak just trying to creep away. Knives out. Demon 1. Initial contact. Managing to find one. Will get the tame, but there's no way to punish him. In the meantime, going to be taken out as Comp comes swinging out over the top. It's a falling. Forsaken guns down 2. Giacomo answering back. Now to buy. Finding another, just keeping them in disadvantage. Demon 1 needs to go Demon mode. Finds himself a second. Gets it onto the spike. A quick tap. The up shot. Not going to be connecting. Something now pulling out blades of his own. Wants to try to push up against the wall, but Demon 1 takes the fight to him. Guns him down. Giacomo now holding on to this one as Demon 1 is keeping Mindfreak busy. He's on his lonesome. He's chasing around the back, and they're just running out of time. A monstrous round here from Demon 1 to get the MasterCard thrifty. Bring EG up to 4.
So beautifully played by Demon 1 here. He's going to get the op as the cherry on top for that just stellar Blade Storm. He is just isolating players from Paper Rex and picking them off one by one and then anticipating the push-up from something there. Gets the right click and takes him down. Huge round now.
Let's fucking
as
go.
EG able to stabilize, able to find some footing off of MasterCard Thrifty. And we are game back on. Demon 1 now. Gonna be trying to watch mid with this operator.
So close. Gonna be pushing up into Link. There's no one there. There's no turret. The full Killjoy setup is ready for aim main as well as Art. Hot hands down. Hop flash around the corner. Swarm in as well just to try to flush Giacomo out of position. It does so. Demon 1, does he want to re-aggress? Now that there's an alarm bot there on the corner, so he can't really push up as far as he would like.
Now it should kind of give him the read. You know, he's going to maybe clear this alarm bot, but that somebody's not super likely to push up off of it. It's going to alert Paper Rex to the presence of that op. Are they going to be able to have the utility to clear this? Seekers are out.
Seekers come out. Maybe Demon will take the shot to try to clear them all out in one go. Lockdown as well going to be used, just trying to force him away, make this site completely unassailable. Demon 1 creeping forward, getting tagged down to 29 HP.
What is Demon?
Narrowly makes his way out of there, but I mean, they pushed forward here to try to get the plant down and nearly end up getting detained.
Oh my god.
They waited out, flashing to the back, but Demon 1 still gets the shot across. Jing going to be taken out. The spike now on the floor as Boostio finds Forsaken. Recovered by Divine.
Combat.
Could try to make his exit, but with 20 seconds remaining, they actually basically just have to commit to this site. Demon continuing to hold the angle. They force him back, but they still don't get the punish.
Oh, Boostio!
Swinging out of the smoke. Still somehow comes away with the kill. There's something.
10 seconds left.
He gets 3 to keep him alive, and Demon 1. He falls low, but he stands tall until the end. And EG continue to fight back now, potentially tying it up at 6 to 6.5.
And I think just a little bit too much WK gaming here from Paper Rex. As brilliant as they've been on this attacker side, as powerful as they can be, once Demon 1 has that op, once that lockdown comes in, all just kind of funneled into one angle. And even if you try to flash him out, Demon 1, we've already seen it a couple times today, that he's still able to find those timings, find those shots. So I would have liked to see maybe Paper Rex kind of pull back off the night. I have a feeling Alex might too.
We don't need audio for that one.
Nope. You don't need to be a lip reader either.
A double operator setup here for EG. Boostio keeping one here on this A site now. They're very well aware of it.
And an Odin for Calm as well. Here on the back to spam through these walls to really deny these plants.
That's round of the half, buy down. There's the entry from something, dashing forward. Nano Swarms, however, taking him low, and Boostio with the spray. Also finding a kill. Jing answering back, however, with one of his own, but now Ethan joining into the fight.
What the
fuck? Get rid of Forsaken. Killjoy eliminated. The swing into dugout. Jing unable to come up with the goods. Ends up falling. It's a back and forth, but one that wildly. EG were winning. But with that
2v2
from Mindfreak brings it back somewhat into parity. Nasty to the side, Ethan trying to break his wrist, trying to play him. He cuts him off guard, but he cannot. And Giacomo wins it.
That's so bad.
1v1 to tie it up 6 to 6 here in map 3.
And again, Paper Rex just kind of beating their head against the wall here in these last couple of rounds on the A site. And it doesn't fool EG at all. They're able to commit their resources to this, that Odin spam. The crossfire angles set up, just really shutting this down. Reading this round so well. And Ethan almost gets away with the backstab there, but somehow Mindfreak's able to respond to that. And Ethan having just an unbelievable half on this Yoru. Just brilliant stuff.
Well, earlier we were able to speak with Forsaken about the win that got PaperX into this upper final, as well as facing off against EG once again.
Loudless just destroying us on split a lot. But general, I think we're kind of like play so scared on that map because we don't like used to split. But I would say for our playstyle, it's not only with W gaming, but we also play with their mind, which is sometimes we can like we do fake or whatever. So it's not only like W gaming and stuff. We have Jing, something, Davai, Mindfreak, and Forsaken in the team, which is this all player is really good at aiming. So yeah.
Forms a snake bite, all hidden, near-sighted, and away, but PaperX seeking it as well. They don't want to give up this space. They want to be jumping straight into the divide.
I think for EG, they're more like structured team, which is they play like playbook, you know, like strategy, combine utility. I think they're really a good team as well. Yeah, I mean, for PaperX, I think for expectation, we don't really expect that much since like we like just play like for fun, you know, as usual. But coming into champion, I would say we have a little bit expectation because literally this is our last chance to like win the trophy to bring PaperX become #1. And I'm really excited to play.
Everything to play for now as we go into this second half here of this final map between these two squads. PaperX desperately trying to give themselves some revenge after the loss over at Masters Tokyo. EG, a decent little run back, those 3 rounds strung together on the very end to bring this into parity, a 6 and 6.5. And they have been quite strong when it comes down to these pistols. EG, can they get themselves a 5th?
Really interested about this. Last time it was a 4-man push towards B on their pistol round, and they'll leave Jogamo in shops. Just kind of watch their flanks, but this time they're expecting this mid push out. This turret from Boostio should give them some info, and that gives PaperX a moment of pause. This gate crash set up towards the back of A main there. In fact, that's going to be canceled.
Prep forward, now he's kind of in a committed position. Commit, he does indeed. Finds the buy, something as well. Going to be taken down the opposite side.
Oh my god.
Comes up with a second. Jogamo with the covering fire. Finishes off Jing. Now it's just Forsaken left standing. Jogamo watching the wraparound approach. Let's see, he's going to pull away from this angle, rotate back across. Maybe go through Art. But how do you try to get a pistol in this position? Surely he can't. It just feels so impossible given the setup, given how many people are alive and they are all healthy.
And their shock darts.
It's a good first headshot. Start out, set up late, grab well instantly, just buying some time. The drone as well, going to be leading forward. Let's see, maybe a bit of a tempo push here. Spots one on the side, gets the snappy headshot.
Nice.
The flank coming in. He knows that it's going to be there, and he finds that kill, but now I would have to stick for it, and certainly he just... It's a 4K from Forsaken, but it's a round win, another pistol! Their 5th of this series going to EG as they once again take the lead. A casual sip the cup there as Forsaken says, yeah, I did what I could, but it's not good enough.
Sure, damage done, but you got to be careful here as PaperX. You can see some marshals floating in the mix, and something can be quite devastating at long B on that, but as good as Forsaken can be, the early part of this round is really where it's at. They use that turret pressure to gain space into mid, to make that push into Art to really catch PaperX off balance, get a bunch of big kills, make that a very winnable round. I think EG should be wise to this.
Drone cleared. Com 49. Crash. Should be noted. Swinging in behind him, but they're not going to go for the clear on it. Maybe he didn't quite catch that it was zooming past him. Either way, the call comes in to start rotating.
And you've got the Phantom Guardian for Demon 1. Mindfreak just holding the angle. The Sheriff.
first line of offense here being Mind Freak. Oh, it's a cut down, and Demon 1 to swing in the corner with the Guardian. Finds something, takes him out. Now it looks like with that, they might just end up counter swinging back over towards B.
Yeah, absolutely the right play here from EG. Sensing the pressure, knowing that they
Gun here.
cut down a couple already. And Marshall being thought about, of course, by Jing, and now EG get a double pump. Try to come back through.
30 seconds left.
Steps being heard. Flash out, hot hands here from Jing just to try to slow them up, but one spraying into that Nebula, managing to find the kill. Divide gets taken down. Fake out sent in. Shock Dart comes up with yet another kill. Plan can come through, and now it's on Forsaken. This time he doesn't have a ghost, it's just a classic in hand. Some heftier firepower, see if he can find anything. Here's a swing on the corner, and no. It's going to be a Prime Gaming flawless here for EG. Moving up now, 8-6.
Oh
really
no,
good.
man.
Their
Oh no.
anti-ecos have been really solid. The pistols, of course, have been great as well.
This is
And that's been a
bad.
huge boon for them. Now, they did win both pistols on Vine, and Paper Rex was able to run it back.
Remaining.
But now you got to start thinking about the moment for both of these teams. EG wants to get back to those finals for the second time this year. You know, we saw them in Tokyo. And then you looked over to Paper Rex, who hasn't been to one since Copenhagen last year. They did go directly into those grand finals last time through the winner's bracket, even though they weren't able to come through with the win. And this time around, going to see if they can repeat history. Something with the ob.
Clears out, Boostio taking a bit of damage. Divine as well, going to be tagged up, but flips him right through the corner. Something finds the opening kill. Still no damage dealt. Jogamo lurking forward. That guiding light not going to identify anything as he's just tucked into the Nebula. Safe for the time being, but I think he might have just spotted the leg of Forsaken. Right at the last second. Shock Dart forward. There's the gate crash. Drone coming up, tucks into the corner. It's a fake out. Pulls back away. Still just trying to hold the line here. Damage coming through. Jogamo now has the backstab. Jing going to be taken out of the fray, and then Forsaken gets encroached upon. Jogamo just swinging forward.
Oh man.
Flushes him out.
So bad.
Suddenly with an operator, this retake becomes so much more difficult. You see it's handed off over to the buy as something. Knows that he needs to be able to play up close. He needs to play into the site with this jet.
Cutting through.
Ethan just sets him up. Sets up himself a little bit of an exit path. And Jogamo continues to
30
flank.
seconds left.
No one watching behind. No one staring for this one. Do they get caught off guard? They think about it here for a brief little moment. Mind Freak, he takes the challenge, but he still ends up dying.
One enemy
Now Divide, dead. The swing out, and Jogamo with a monstrous round. A 4K
Oh
here for
my
the
God.
Astra to continue to stretch the lead. 3 consecutive rounds, EG, 1 away from double digits.
Jogamo here just doing such a great job navigating the back line, catching Jing completely flat-footed, then steps right into Forsaken, takes him down. Mind Freak kind of gets an inkling that something might be coming behind him, but he's just not able to react in time. Jogamo there, a lot of times it's calm on those lurks. This time around, Jogamo shows that this is a team game for EG. They do such a good job of reading the map and working the map. And this is why they have had such a glow up here. Not just Tokyo, but now at Champions as well. On the precipice of going straight to the grand finals this time. And this EG looks so much better. Yeah, you could say Paper Rex gave them everything they could handle at Tokyo, right? A 3-2 in that best of 5 in the lowers finals. But now you've got something back. So you got to think Paper Rex, you know, with that firepower, with that MVP of VCT Pacific coming into play, maybe they should be able to take it this time against EG, but EG's even better this tournament. They are looking so smart, so well drilled.
It's only been 2 maps dropped this entire run so far from EG. Once to EDG, and then here, that bind versus Paper X. It's been so very clean. Paper X, they want to make that, 3. They want to be able to take them down, get that revenge. Across both halves so far, it's been 6 consecutive for EG now to find themselves
Right,
in the
gameplay,
advantage.
no skill.
Stinger, some sheriffs. Thinking about the judge here, it seems is something, but we'll just offer the Stinger, save that extra little bit of cash. Doesn't want to buy down quite that low. Hot hands up over the top, Gravwell. Lock that gate crash in position. Recon Dart gets the ping across. And they just go ahead, they have to back away, they can see the space.
Got to run it back off of that for Jing. Could try to make something on a retake. Speaking of something, waiting around the corner with its stinger in hand, trying to play close contact. And EG, wise to it, doesn't want any of it. Trailblazer to check in front. It's going to be dodged by Boostio. Maybe going to try to reaggress this angle or just clear it with a nano. Considering it, pinging it, seems to be, again, wise to the positioning here of something. A nano from Forsaken to back up something if he need be. But otherwise, on the other side of the map, looks like this is going to be a potential A hit.
Now forward.
Yeah, stars are coming down. Oh, never mind, they're pulled back up.
Freak was just tucking away. Just got the fake out. Freak seems like he's pretty confident about it, but says, okay, just clear it. He keeps his position unknown for now. Ethan only really learning that's going to be one on the flank.
30
First
seconds
challenge coming
left.
through, something continuing to hold the door here. It's Boostio. But that Guardian needs to try to line him up and make it happen, something.
Bastio.
The kill, tagged down to about 50. Still does stay alive. Let's recover the weapon, sticks it with the stinger. Shock darts forward, a little bit of damage forward. On to Forsaken, flash in. Calm, steadying the end, finds that elimination. Now the man advantage going to be here for the side of EG as Demon One pushes forward, knows exactly where Jing's coming from. Takes him out. And now it's all on Mind Freak having rotated over. Cosmic Divide makes it 9 possible.
Very little Mind Freak can do here. Just a sheriff in hand.
10-6
Angle.
GG already though.
Thinks about it.
No comeback.
Consider it. He does, but Calm, good for the headshot. Takes him out. 4 consecutive now in the half for EG. They get themselves up to 10. Double digits established. Paper Rex. They're going to have a run back. They need to begin it right here, right now, because again, yes, it was not with something in the Ross, but last time they played versus Paper Rex on this map of Pearl, it was a 13-6 victory for EG.
Certainly, you would think that Paper Rex, I don't know, maybe they need to get aggressive. Maybe they need to start this W key engine, see if they can get it fired up. Right now, a little bit of a delay here from Ethan, looking to try to punish.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, he's already got one.
The sound that strikes fear into your heart as he comes up with the kill. Unfair going to be taken down. Something still challenging over here. Does not dash out, doesn't get the opportunity. Ethan takes his head clean off, and once again, Evil Geniuses continue to press forward. Great cash. Great gate crash in Forsaken. Finds the kill in the back end. He's going to commit to this. Drops in the lockdown, just looking to shove them back. Spots Boostio, puts a couple shots into his shoulder.
This turret's going to alert to this flank from Jing.
Buys them some time, he buys them some space, but as you say, trying to get somebody into a fighting position. They clear out the turret, they make them question it now, and they need to be cognizant of that moving forward, but this is still so very rough, even with it just being a 3v4.
And the way that EG has slowed this game down has really played into their hands.
Curveball to ready. Jing. Ready to send the flash. Flash up over the top. Now sends it. Doesn't want to swing the corners. Got a second one ready to go. Sends that one out. Spots one. Just around the back of the pillar. Recon Dart going to be cleared. Hot hands to try to buy some time. Forsaken swings in. Ends up falling as Calm. Also finds a buy. Now it is all on Jing to try to do the impossible. It's going to be good for 2. But Demon One's in behind. He just couldn't 180 fast enough to try to get that one done. Demon One gets them now up to 11. 2 more rounds to go. And Evil Geniuses will be advancing forward into the grand final.
And that's 8 rounds in a row going back to the previous half for EG. Completely dominating this map right now. Paper Rex, they've got the Blade Storm for something. He could go big here. But right now, EG is just so patient. And Paper Rex just can't really find their rhythm. Can't find the ability to just start getting some of those valuable kills. Dimensional Drift to check Art, and then a push in potentially towards Link.
Dart over the top. Jing taking quite a bit of damage. Ends up falling down actually. As Forsaken will get a little bit of revenge for the fallen comrade. Lucio. Let's get traded out. Forsaken just having to back away. Keep up now. B completely open. Exposed. His Demon One finding a timing. Spotting Divide. He's not going to go on the deep pursuit, however. He'll swing back around through the Link, try to get himself back over to the site. Something. That smoke dissipating just a second too late for him to try to find a headshot.
They need to wait for these flashes for this retake, potentially. Something just looking if any heads are going to peek out for him.
Doesn't have a dash. Plant still not in. Star set up the Nebula. Now getting popped. Talking about pushing forward. Fine, swinging on the corner, finding one. Forsaken gets Ethan. Something with the blades. Not going to be able to find anything here. But a little bit of damage. Whoa! Answers back, and now it's all on Mind Freak.
30 seconds left.
In a 1v1. Demon 1, moving on the clutch. Shots exchanged. Spike now. It's being committed to.
Why don't you shoot?
Does he swing off this one? Yes, he does!
Nice.
He manages to get the catch with the Red Bull clutch from Mind Freak once more. As Paper X finally break the win streak.
It's just an unbelievable peek here from Devi that starts to break this open for Paper X. It looks like EG has once again got this in the bag. Their patience just waiting for them. And Calm then able to shut 2 down with a big spray. But Mind Freak finds himself another clutch here on the Pearl. And a breath of life for Paper Rex. Is it going to be enough though? Just 2 more rounds for EG to close this out, to go into that grand finals here at Champions 2023.
This is once again what we've been seeing this entire map, this entire series, narrow margins, where Paper X are able to find that win. We saw a couple shots coming through there from Demon 1. He gets the 1-tap, it's over.
Oh, Forsaken.
Flash out, Ethan gets the time, he pushes up into the smoke. Jing able to find the punish back. Dash takes him into the pillar. Forsaken able to find Demon 1, but Lucio quick on the response, brings it back into a 3v3. Jing tagged up, everything already expended, so cannot get himself healing through. As Hunter's veering, Calm again, just looking to try to hound somebody down. Clears some space. Plant comes in, but something swinging around the back does get that punish. Double push with Jing approaching now from the defender spawn. Lucio looking to take maybe a forward challenge angle, but seems like instead, just work his way back here. Into the hall. Nebula's up on either side. Jogamo holding close. Right here on the opposite side, pushes into the smoke. Is revealed. Mind Freak coming away with 1. Now it's all on Jogamo. He's gone huge. He's had some great performances, and there's another one. Finds him, but Mind Freak is able to bang him through the wall.
Whoa, Mind Freak.
Takes him down, has the defuse. Paper X holding on by a thread once again. Just 1 player left standing. There's 3 more to tie it up.
This is shades of 2022 Mind Freak. Just clutching rounds over and over again for Paper X. This is unbelievable here. I don't know what this Cosmic Divide was, though, in the middle of this map. He literally just cut the map in half with it. Did Mind Freak to kind of just throw this round into disarray. Slap at the table. At least it's not Jing's butt this time.
No, it is not. Moving on. Still though, cash aplenty coming into this round here for the side of Evil Geniuses. He's taking everything here for Paper X to try to break down the banks. Again, clear out on the turret. Bucio just backing away for the time being.
I mean, it's still 2 Bulldogs for Paper X, even after winning 2 rounds in a row. That's how scrappy these are. That's how close this is. Now it looks like they're going to try to shift over to A. That fake out going all the way through Flowers from EG. In fact, the fake out is selling a fake, potentially. But Paper X sort of mirroring the movements of EG right now. No utility really cleared, no space really gained for EG. So for right now, Paper X feeling pretty comfortable. They could have a read on this if they're going to contest over mid.
Well, that's a 2. It's going to be a 2 for 1. Jing able to find Bucio, but Calm answering back. It's Forsaken now dead. He was 1 away from having that lockdown. Now has it, but you have to use it in case they end up going down to match point. Really man advantage set out. The Seeker's cleared. Joggle spotting, but somehow something walking away relatively healthy from that exchange. Wow. Nebula going to be popped. Recon Dart moving forward. Devi holding the angle here. Comes up with 2 late kills. Now gets a 3rd. Calm is dead. And they stretch it again. 9 rounds here from Paper X. Starting a mini streak of their own. Still so much more to be done.
Come back.
We'll have to see what EG can string together as far as a buy is concerned.
30 seconds left.
Something there. Look at Devi's positioning. Able to dodge that recon dart with that off angle. Catches the players.
Devi always triple kill, man.
And then just ready for the follow through. 3 in a row now for Paper X. Able to get a little bit of comfort. Able to get some big ults online. You've got the lockdown. You've got the run it back. Yeah, Jogamo has that Cosmic Divide himself.
Look at the stack at B, though. Three players. Jing moved forward, trying to get tucked away in an unexpected position. This is the second time that they've tried to go for the setup, but the side of EG are not playing into this whatsoever if they end up committing onto this A side.
They could really W-key their way into spawn. There's a lot of open space here. There's not a lot of utility to check for a lurk out of B main either.
Looking just for the clear out there onto the Bulldog, but something gets tagged up by the Recon. Doesn't have to dash his way out as Ethan plays forward. Gate crashes in. Spike going to be planted. Rotation now just starting to come through from the side of Divide and Jing. Pull back into Art. Sight very much here in control of EG.
Expecting the lockdown.
They have the star set up as there's the run it back. Jing just wanted to be able to snap back into it. A safe position. Swings in, finds one for Forsaken there. On the counter swing forward, something. Catches Busio as well.
Ooh, come back.
Starts falling apart
Come
here
back,
from the
come
side
back.
of EG. Dogamo
No way.
trying to spray. Manages to catch one. The Jet's going to be taken away. Still 4 members that try to chew through. They're just holding this one for the defuse.
Easy.
They cannot interrupt it. Jing with
Come
the
back.
3K. Get
Easy.
2 steps closer to having that next run it back available. And PaperX also get up to double digits. 10 rounds locked in. One more to tie us up and a timeout call for EG.
Oh, what a beautiful retake here from Paper Rex. Kind of reading the situation so well. EG pulls back, expecting that lockdown from Forsaken. Already giving up that space, getting ready to try to play for post plant, but you've got to run it back, which means you can cut into those deep back lines. Maybe even get yourself set up for the lockdown potentially from Art, but instead, Paper Rex just runs him over.
Really nice.
The bulldozer comes through.
Oh, this match is really nice.
EG
2 times we get to see comeback.
One of these rounds, and my God, what it looked like, this has been so back and forth. When it looked like EG had this map in the bag, that they were going on to the grand finals, Paper X now with 4 in a row of their own to answer back. The op is going to be back into something's hands. Another dimensional drift for Ethan. So a lot of big ultimates will be coming into this next round. And you got to be thinking here that Paper Rex has some wind underneath their sails. And this is when they're at their most dangerous, when they're this confident.
Absolutely.
Love the timeout from Potter here to try to slow this down.
Heard some conflicting chants there in the crowd at the end of the timeout. We'll see which team is able to absorb that. Put it to good use. Is that lockdown still in the pocket? Something with that operator always demanding respect to see what value he can find as he gets ready to get posted up over here at 8 main. Dimensional drift. A thorn in the side from Ethan is available once more. TP's in behind the box. Something, reading it, spotting. Another game crash having to be sent out just so he can get a safe exit perhaps.
You're forcing some of that util out early. Flash even to try to clear this. Oh, something.
Would have been the flick of the century.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's been pretty good on a few of those. We've seen some. Oh, Forsaken.
Just spamming through. Finds Jogamo. That takes out the smokes here from the side of EG. Those approaches that much more difficult. Holding the angle, not caring about the Al drone, wanting to see if anyone's playing off the back of it. They continue to get information about something's position. Dimensional drift though, looking to try to reveal everything else. To tell all about the B site. Lockdown, fitted in. Recon dart cleared out. Clear onto the turret with the flash. Shoves Forsaken back off the angle. He gets a ding onto Ethan. Right through the top. Cannot find that elimination. They back away. No one going to be detained here on the side of EG as Demon 1 looks for a timing. Pushing through the link, but crucially, the turret gets set up. Forsaken accounting for this. Darts forward, trying to push them off that back pillar. Demon 1 now starting to rush in. Closing the gap, but it's an explosion of death as Mindfreak finds 2 and something comes away with 1. The defuse is already in. We're already tied up. And Demon 1 is the only one left standing as PRX delivers a gut punch to Evil Geniuses.
Easy comeback.
And Paper Rex is dodging these dimensional drifts so well, not giving over much information to Ethan. And this allows this lockdown to come through, well guarded by Forsaken.
PRX might even win.
Positions, and then Mindfreak again, yeah. Just saying no more. We're cutting them off now. Blade Storm for something.
Oh my
Things starting to get
god!
scrappy here. EG, the money will run
Tie
dry.
up some more, man.
2 players at 0 credits. Already continuing to try to contest this A main orb.
How many people watching
PaperX
actually?
hasn't really wanted to contest
87,000.
early on. A lot of orbs are being fed over to Jing, but with the heavy amount of contestation that EG has shown, they're happy to give up the space. They're happy to allow this utility to be used.
Player on the drone. So just pushing forward, setting up the turret. Something just gonna warrant quick clear on that one, and now the lockdown available. Opposite, given the positions, it's not an attempt at a fake, but still do have time to rotate back out. Something checking forward. Oh, trying to go for something here as far as the timing is concerned, and he's going to be detained. Did they push the wall to try to find him? No. They do pay respects to the covering fire that could potentially be there. Spike now going to be planted. Calm has to.
Why did he go and get burned?
He and Ethan both going to be tagged up very low, but now Hunter's Fury online.
So stupid.
Calm can continue to play in a disconnected position. He might be able to turn the tide for this one. Spray through the smoke. So much damage dealt. Jing going to be taken down.
Oh no, shit.
All falling.
EG 12.
Fury across. He kills off Ethan. Oh no! I'm not sure about that one, Chief, but either way, Demon 1 is holding things down from Art. Suddenly it's all on Mind Freak. Pushing forward, and he can't.
Oh shit, man. EG 12.
A 3K.
Oh no.
As Evil Geniuses move up to match point. One more round.
Oh my
It's
god.
all that is separating them from the grand finals.
And what a crucial round for Evil Geniuses to win. The economy was in the gutter. Big ult used here to make sure that they could get this done. The Cosmic Divide, the Hunter's Fury, the lockdown, all in play. And they're able to get that round when they needed it most.
I always get one.
Able to dial up. It's not too complicated. It's the lockdown into the Cosmic Divide into a post plant, but they nail it. And now Jing wants to get an orb here, wants to get one away from another run it back. Mind Freak with a Cosmic Divide of his own. And of course, something, the Blade's behind this, but he may be under pressure shortly.
Damage in, Jing swinging a roll of time.
Oh, down.
Demon 1 and Busio both going to fall at the cost of this Phoenix.
Forward
Run it back available. We're not going to be able to see it here. A one-man advantage for the side of PaperX. The promise of overtime here on the horizon. Spike being rotated across towards this B site. Forsaken on his lonesome. And Odin in hand. Nebulas are popped. No Swarm still available. Blades now coming through. Something looking to play entry. The spam across. Takes him low. Finds one.
Forsaken. Forsaken.
The defuse is there, and we are not done yet. Overtime is coming through.
That is the most PaperX round I have ever seen. Just Forsaken with the Odin blasting through the smoke and finds all 3. Gets the take on the comm on the way in, and then the transfer through. Finds the plant. Overtime again on Pearl for PaperX. You think back to NRG at Tokyo and the way that they were able to get this done. And now we switch sides. My word, Achilles. What a map.
What a map indeed. And what a way to close out this series with overtime. It feels like it absolutely deserves it. And I think no matter who you're cheering for, whether you're at home or here in the audience,
so good.
You have to be entertained.
So good.
Is absolutely insane.
Entertaining.
Between these two squads, the back and forth, the run back from PaperX
Not
to get
done
us to
yet,
this
baby.
point.
Scripted. 12-12, man.
So much at
Motherfucker.
stake. You know, EG, their story of the year, from zeros to heroes to villains throughout the year. Some pressure on the Boostio, stuck in the corner there with those smokes. PaperX trying to crunch through in towards Link.
Backs away, but the hit continues and something. He's found a timing up through Link. Mind Freak as well, backing him up. Takes out the comm. Taken down. Mind Freak eliminates him. 2 players left now. This is just Jogamo and Demon 1 to try to do possible run back here on the 2v5. Demon 1 now as well, approaching back through Link. Eyes on this one. Mind Freak is above this, and it's going to be a flawless beginning for PaperX. Paper Rex here in overtime now. Match point in their hands.
And the confidence is brimming now for Paper Rex. EG, the story, the arc of their season, still in play. But now for Paper Rex, we know that Jing will be leaving at the end of this year to do his military service. You got to be thinking Paper Rex is saying do it for him. The last opportunity to potentially this year or ever to see this iteration of W Gaming. They want to go straight to the grand finals before it's all over. They want to take a championship with this stellar, star-studded roster.
High value shock dart. Ethan crashing in the back hall. Clears out some of that. Forsaken. Punished for his sins, having brought the Odin into this second round. Flash onto the corner, Jing. Can just put some damage down, spraying through. Somehow manages to make it that jump across without getting punished. Smoke onto the corner, and Ethan shuts it down. Mind Freak counter swinging in, however, will find the enemy Yoru. Another flash. The full blind being found as the swing comes in. Mind Freak looking for the pincer maneuver. Davai on for two.
Davai.
2v2. All the shock darts having been used. The gravity well going to be drawn out. The turret just sat there. Recon over the top. Needs to be cleared. They do so. No pings being found. They know that they're playing forward. They know they're just going to be playing onto this corner. Now the Nebula dissipates and the kills are found instantly.
Oh my god, I thought I could send a chat into the finals. Wow, crash, man. Fuck.
Smoke.
So bad.
And just instantly reacting to the positions of Paper Rex. Knowing
So
like to
bad.
Close and personal.
Too many viewers, I
Davai,
think.
you're a great
Like, almost 100K.
You're able to pinch Demon 1 in that corner by the box. But then instantly, what coordination there. Synchronization, beautiful from EG in that last moment. We go again. Immediately.
Come on. Tie and tie and tie and
I'm
tie.
going to check and see if there's any push out from Paper Rex. Seeing if they're going to play for that orb. It's not too difficult.
Let me go sleep, please. Someone say let me go sleep, please.
Out of Forsaken's book here. Bringing the Odin into this round. And as well, the back hall. Thanos come through. Looks like it's going to be a shift out. Working their way away from the B site now.
I like this rotation. There is that gate crash over there. How much longer will it last? Will it afford Ethan the opportunity to make the rotation?
The
Com starting to shift in. They want to watch sewers. They want to make sure that Forsaken isn't there. Here we go.
Having to be the front line here. Flash up over the top. That's going to blind through.
They're planting.
Not finding the blind. Some attention, however. Right back over towards Secret. You can see the chaos here. Something is just trying to find that dart.
Something did.
Eventually able to get the punish. Now Jing is stuck into the corner.
Oh, Jing did.
Takes him down.
Shit.
3v5. Forsaken on the flank. Has an angle. Do they suspect that there could be somebody in this position once again? Taps coming through. They still haven't identified his position. Sees the corner, the shoulder. Finds the kill. Demon 1 now. Going to be watching the angle. It's calm. Spotted on the flank. Forsaken is getting pinched. Oh, one of them is vulnerable. It almost sets up for it, but it doesn't matter. Davai comes away with another 3K, and Paper Rex are once again at match point.
Unbelievable reaction there from Forsaken. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Davai, so clutch all year. Low-key, maybe the best player on Paper Rex this year.
Come on.
He's so clutch
Malaysia
time and time
Davai.
again. And now Paper Rex
Malaysia
once again
Davai.
on match point. The crowd is on their feet, and rightly so. Timeout, though.
Timeout.
Potter looking to ensure that they can stay in this one, get yet another reset on this overtime. Build some momentum back up. You can see though, the most stressed that the EG players have been
kill, man. Oh my god.
throughout. Even with the one map loss to EDG, they still were looking cheery, and they were able to rally back so strongly in that moment. Now though, everything is in this next round to keep themselves in this game, to try to be that team that gets auto-seeded into the grand finals, to try to be that team that has a monstrous advantage in that double ban when it comes down to the grand finals.
And you can't even imagine the nerves that are running through both these teams. 26 assists for Jogamo. I just got to point that out quick. No matter what the result of this round is, that's absolutely incredible stuff on this Astra. But looks like this is going to be a fake towards A with the Yoru.
It's also a glass cannon from something. Ethan just looking to hold the corner a bit here. Just take a little minute amount of damage. So Drone goes rushing forward. Something just tucked away behind the screen for now. Waiting for his timing. Spots him. He gets the kill.
Ooh, GG.
That might just be the unraveling here, the beginning of the end.
Oh,
Demon 1 still lingering back. Has some high-low cover here as well as Jogamo is in position. Do they anticipate this push forward? They do not.
Oh, GG.
Com swings in. Something finds himself a second kill.
GG.
Now a 3v5 just to try to get another overtime reset. The odds are stacked against Evil Geniuses. They've worked miracles so far here in this series. Can they deliver yet another one? The turret here, stopping, shuts him down. Forsaken fights Bustio, and now it's all on Demon 1. But even though he's right at home, it feels like he does not have a hope in hell. The first shot across. Something taken out, the operator on the floor. But everybody else from Paper X encroaching on his position, swarming him, getting in behind. The flash across, Mind Freak about to swing the corner. He does so, and he puts him down. 15-3, a 2-1 victory. Paper X, they advance into the grand finals.
Final, man. Fuck.
The powerhouses of the Pacific have found their way for the second time into the grand finals of an international VCT event. And for the first time, it'll be champions. This team, what unbelievable tenacity they have, Achilleos. This year, bringing something into this squad, having a phenomenal run towards the end of Pacific, and then the reverse sweep in a best of 5 for the first time ever to take down DRX. Something then being the MVP and EG. Hats off to them. You have got to love what you've seen from these guys. They are absolutely incredible.
That they are. I mean, some incredible performances across the board from the members.
Malaysia boleh.
Ethan, absolutely just incredible play from them here on this final map. But at the end of it all, it is Paper X. First time Pacific Grand Finalists. Their second Grand Finals appearance at an international event since Copenhagen. They are looking to write a new story to cap off this iteration of Paper X, pitching alongside them in the strongest way possible. And by God, they've done it. It's obviously not over yet here. They still have to fight that grand finals. They do have that advantage. They get that double ban going into it. But we still have to wait and see who their opponent is going to be. Of course, we still have another series today. We've got that Fnatic versus Loud rematch from Lock-In. The winner of that goes on to play against Evil Geniuses. We very well could get this matchup across a best of 5 as a grand final once more. We know that EG have that capability. We know that they have the skill to get themselves back into that series.
And think about how important it is for Paper X to get the win here. Obviously, you're going to the grand final. That's important. Obviously, you want to be there to have those 2 bans. But to keep those 2 bans away from EG, so crucial. Because think about this, because they can force Fracture then. They can force some of these maps that nobody wants to play them on. They can get rid of maps they don't like. Haven Split, probably, if they had those bans, something like that. And then you're playing them on a really unfavorable footing. And now Paper X has the opportunity to take some time to take a breather, prepare for this grand finals. And can they do what they could not at Copenhagen? Take a championship and be not only champions for the first time themselves, but champions for the first time ever for a Pacific team.
It seems like the writing's on the wall. It seems like that is there on the horizon, but honestly depends. What form are their opponents going to be in? Who are their opponents going to be? Is it Fnatic making that run all the way back like so many people anticipate? Is it Loud going for that back-to-back overall championship? Or is it going to be EG earning themselves their way into a rematch here in this series to try to best them overall? Get a 2-1 in all the times they faced off against one another.
I have no idea. I mean, everybody looks so good right now. I mean, EG, they barely come up short here. I mean, just a crazy back and forth series, crazy back and forth maps. One of the most electric series you will see between two just brilliant, beautiful teams. With the way that they're off meta on this map in particular, with the Yoru and the Phoenix. Again, for me, this was the highlight. Something I was praying that we'd get to see, this Pearl. Especially after the Yoru came out for EG, I'm like, now we need to see this versus Paper Rex, like, because this matchup is hype and it delivered.
It absolutely did. I mean, bless up to the script writers because they absolutely cooked with this one. Every single map in this, not only did we go all the way to 3, but all of them close, none of them complete blowouts. I mean, 13-9 on Binds, the closest that we got in that regard. But even then, some of those rounds were so very close. But the tagline of this tournament of champions here in 2023 is one more. And that's what Paper X needs to become champions. One more series win. But for now, let's go ahead and set it down for the Verizon post-match interview.
12S versus Fnatic.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm joined here by Forsaken. Please make some noise. What an electric beginning for our opening match here in the forum. I mean,
Jason
Susantu.
Susantu.
Forsaken, first of all, congratulations for making that placement into the grand finals now with that win. I want to get started. My first question talking about, the resilience that your team has shown. Binds, there was a moment, I think something got a knife kill. You won many rounds after that. Pearl, you brought it all the way back from the brink once more. What was the resilience like in your team? What was the mentality like? What were the vibes like?
I mean, I think we start slow. We don't know why on the first map this happened. But somehow on the third map, I think we kind of like get into the mode, even though we're getting like far score, I would say, but we managed to come back, and we just whenever we beaten up by maybe 7-11 right before, we just mentality reset, and I know that from the beginning this is our map and we win.
Nice, yeah, I mean, it definitely showcased. Okay, so the last time you guys made the grand finals, it was all the way back in Copenhagen, all the way to the grand finals. This time, going through the upper bracket here at Champs 2023, does it feel different? Does it feel like, everything's on your side this time around?
I mean, Paper X always come with no expectation, right?
Yeah,
so we get into grand final and it's already great for us, and I think no matter who we fight later, we just try our best and we try to take the trophy, I think, this time, so yeah.
Nice, okay. I'll say, now you sent Loud down to the lowers, you sent as well now EG to the lowers as well. You have a couple more teams left to play, or at least one team from that lowers. Is there any team in particular you'd love to play against? Another rematch perhaps as well of those teams in the grand finals?
I would say Fnatic, because we already beat EG, we already do our revenge. Now we want to revenge to Fnatic as well because they beat us as well. So I think Fnatic, yeah.
That's excellent to hear as well. Well, thank you very much, Forsaken, for your time as well. Much appreciated, bro, and congrats on the win. And with that as well, we're going to be setting it up for our next series of the day. You don't want to miss it. It is Loud versus Fnatic, and we'll see you in just a few.
It's a rematch from Masters Tokyo, but this time a shot at glory is on the line and a trip to the grand final awaits. We're about to witness
so many people watching, 100K.
For both these squads, this is the match that could win you champions. If you get to the grand finals, get that veto advantage. It's just one step away.
Over to the side, finds one, but then Mind Freak answers back. The swing just comes in and Mind Freak just plays off the timing. Divide down to 34, Busio guns him out. A two-piece for him, the swing onto the corner, gets the transfer!
Let's go!
Ends up going down, Divide gonna be traded. Looks like he spots a pixel. And Chongamo now brings this into a somewhat winnable position if Calm can try to clutch it out. Can he make the transition? Yes, he can! A slow start for him, but an explosive finish to get EG their map 1 win. Gonna linger just to see if there's any additional pressure, but Jig into the back ends up getting gunned down as Calm will be able to find a second as well. Now on for the flawless and they will find it.
The laugh.
Make sure they had him pushed out.
Oh, timing Forsaken.
Who got the last laugh, man?
Busio, something, no way. Yes! No way! Gets the knife into the back and twists it. Do they expect to buy a guard? And the answer is going to be yes, but he still comes up with 3. What is that spray? 13-9. Paper X rally back on their map, pick a bind, and they take us the distance once again. Off the back of his own flash, ends up getting gunned down, but mind freak! 1, 2, 3, shuts them down. Damage coming through. Oh. Now has the backstab. Jing going to be taken out of the fray, and Jogamo just swinging forward. Now Divide dead. The swing out, and Jogamo with a monstrous round. Wow. Nebula going to be popped. Recon Dart moving forward. Divide holding the angle here from Art. Comes up with 2 clean kills. Now gets a 3rd, and they stretch it again. Looking to play entry, the spam across, takes him low, finds one, gets a dig, and the transfer comes in! 15-3, a 2-1 victory! Paper X, they advance into the grand finals!
Nice.
valorant 冬の陣千秋楽誇りをかけた戦いをその目で見届けろ世界との取り組み幕開く両国国技館にて開催
So nice. So damn nice. The comeback is so crazy, man. Can you imagine from 6-9 to 9-11? No, from 6-9 to 7-11 to 9-11 and then come back to 13, what? 13-15? 15-13? That's crazy.
Moments of joy are not so little.
I'm YouTube Premium member and I still get ads.
Therefore,
what the hell?
Yourself. Come to Andalusia.
Andalusia.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Where I couldn't take a chance, and all my life, all I have is so why did I follow you inside of you the wrong way? Then why did I talk to you the things I do to get you out? I'm all alone and I'm broken through my heartbeat now. Why did you hurt me so damn well?
Let me save the photo. I screenshot it.
Okay, I'm sorry, trying to make
It did not save as usual.
I'm guiding, crying to some stupid show, trying to let you go. Yeah, I'm so wide from what you know. It's so white, did I find
Whatever. Okay, ready for the next match. Loud versus